What is good, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Open Field Podcast. How's it going? Sorry, a bit late. People we're showing up a little bit late, so we are starting a little bit late. But Sunday night football, a lot of very interesting upsets, a lot of good games. Today we're running low on people, so if you guys want to pull up, the link is in the chat. But there is plenty to talk about on this Sunday night football. So before we get started, Michael, Mo, Hefe, thoughts?
Um, not really. Cowboys are ass. Sorry for my language, but other than that, we can get into it specifically.
There's definitely some good games on today.
Yeah, there was a ton of good games.
Yeah, we'll get into it. Mo, you here? Thoughts? Mo is MIA, man. Mo's MIA.
MIA. I see what it is.
Like I said, people, if you guys want to pull up for today, the link is in the chat. You won't have to turn your cameras on, but do not be a nasty weirdo like what happened on Player's Choice. You just want to make sure that happens.
Don't be a troll, man. Don't be a troll.
I mean, if you want to go ahead, just don't be disgusting. With that said, let's start off with our open blitz. You know how we like to start off. We like to start off by talking about some of the games pretty quickly that really does not matter. I mean, at the end of the day. And then we'll get into some of the interesting games, the ones that we really want to push the narrative. So let's start off with some of the easy games first. First game up, Bills beat the Seahawks. They beat that ass. DK Metcalf was out, but the Bills' domination was very apparent. And what was our thoughts about the Bills dominating the Seahawks?
Yeah, I'm not necessarily surprised at all. I think everybody here had the Bills. I just want to say this has been a thing that's been caught on for a little bit now, but the Seahawks are definitely fraudulent. They come up against a team that's as physical as them. I'm pretty sure they were at home, and they just got smashed in the mouth pretty much. And Josh Allen continues to look good. He did have an interception, but that's what happens when your GM is willing to trade for a receiver and your offense is trending upward. Keon Coleman had an incredible catch today. That was a manly catch and just like a very skillful, beautiful catch as well. So shout out to him, man.
Hefe, quick thoughts?
Man, I'm not really surprised about that game. Seattle show up when they want to. They get just physical with anybody if they want to. They pop out when they want to, man. I'm not surprised they got handled though.
Not with you. The Bills, the good thing to look at when it comes to the Bills is that the passing game is looking more comfortable, which is the key thing. Seahawks, we all knew the Seahawks were fraudulent. That's no question. They have great pieces, but Geno Smith can only take you so far. The defense gets beaten up pretty much. Is pretty beaten up at the moment. Reek Woolen, there might be discussions whether or not he's living up to the potential. There's a lot of questions when it comes to the Seahawks, but the Bills, that pass game, he's feeling more comfortable with Keon Coleman. He's giving him the opportunity to make a play. Amari Cooper still getting his mix into the team, and Khalil Shakir, now that he's not the number one option, can be the short game, mid game. That's what he really did very well coming off of Stephon Diggs. Now that Amari Cooper will be getting all the attention, and even Kincaid, a national tight end day, got some burn. So, the Bills did well, and yeah, Josh Allen's MVP case is still cooking. And like I said, Chet, if you want to pull up today, this is a golden day today. So pull up. You don't need your camera on. And Mo, let me know when you return so I can bring you back up. What's good, Lonnie?
What up? What subject are we on? Because I have some things I need to get off my chest.
We're just finished talking about the Bills beating on the Seahawks. So we're doing the open blitz right now. Let's move over to the Broncos beating the dog water out of the Panthers. My quick thoughts is Bryce Young didn't look as terrible as he has been. That's all I got to say. He hasn't been looking as terrible as he has been. So, shout out. Shout out.
I'll agree, but at the same time, he wasn't good. He still wasn't that good.
I mean, for
He
sure.
still wasn't good.
Yeah, I think
Was he complete 100% dog shit? No, but was he good? No, I give him I give him a D. I give him a D. I give him a D.
Hey, look, it looked like he took all the trash talking to heart. I think he looked all right today. So
yeah,
minus. He still played against one of the arguably the best defense in football.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, I think the Broncos showed that they're certainly a top 5 defense. I mean, maybe not top 5, top 7, definitely top 10. I mean, this defense is physical. And not only that, I mean, they have a rookie quarterback. They're just allowing him to get a lot of drives, which is allowing him to just continue to play better. I think that's the biggest thing for them. Nothing about this game necessarily surprises me. I mean, when you have Jonathan Mingo as your slot receiver, I mean, good luck. I'm sorry. It doesn't even matter about Bryce Young being good. And this is just another thing. I mean, he's going to continue to play, but there's no ability on the team for him to reach any sort of potential that he has or any sort of like floor level. Like I'm not saying that he needs to leave, but in order for this for his play to get better, he needs more talent around him. He has nothing legit. No O-line, no receivers. I mean, like Early was talking about like Adam Thielen this year. Like Adam Thielen is not a good receiver. He's not number 1. Like we need to get that out of the way right now.
Deontay Johnson has been playing well this year.
That's fine,
for
but
a few games.
But you need more than just like one okay number 1 receiver in order for a rookie quarterback who's already really like not confident to thrive. Like you need more offensive line probably.
I'm honestly, I just don't buy it. I just don't buy it. But hopefully Bryce Young, after learning under Andy Dalton, can get a little bit better. With that said, moving on to the next game, let's talk about the
Bo Nix balled out, by the way.
Bo Nix played a pretty good game today.
Bo Nix did play.
We're giving Bo Nix credit.
He played a good game.
Bo Nix credit.
Next game up, quick fire still. Chiefs beat on the Raiders. Raiders made it somewhat competitive, but then the Chiefs pulled away for a 2-touchdown lead at the 4th. What do we think?
Yeah, I didn't have any hot takes on this game, honestly. I thought the Raiders played pretty decent until the end of the game. And I just think the Chiefs did what they did or do what they do. I mean, there's nothing really to say other than Travis Kelce just drops. It's kind of getting a little worrisome. But Mahomes looks a lot better. Looks more accurate. Yeah, there's a lot of good throws that he's making.
That's not to mention, Mike. That was a divisional game, so the Raiders can look good in that game. That's okay to look good in that game, and that's not.
Yeah,
really
I'm just not gonna crap on the Raiders. Basically, that was my point in saying that. Like, I thought they played fine.
The reason why I say that is because I think they played fine because it was a divisional game. I mean, you play a team twice a year, you know your way around them a little bit at least. You know what I mean? So that's kind of been always Patrick Mahomes. One of his toughest games is the Raiders. One of them.
Yeah.
But I'm not surprised to see that. I mean, it's a divisional game. We talked about this. This divisional game is different.
Yeah. My biggest takeaways from this game is Brock Bowers is a top 3 tight end in football right now. He is legit. There's no question about it. Still, I don't think it was a good pick still. I still stand by that. But he is a top 3 tight end at the moment.
Wait. All right, we don't have to get on that. But that inherently makes no sense that you don't think it's a good pick, but he's top 3 in the league.
Yeah, they had other
as a rookie?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yes.
That doesn't make any sense.
Other holes. Their defense is still terrible.
They can get a quarterback later, but if you
I didn't say quarterback. I'm talking about defense. Their defense is still
Let's
bad.
talk about that another time.
Okay. Just because a player is good doesn't mean that's what you need. The Raiders are going to go full rebuild, as we know. So we'll see. They're probably going to get Shador, so we'll see. But the biggest thing for the Chiefs is D-Hop is still learning the playbook, so he didn't really play much. But Xavier Worthy, he's not that guy. I mean,
But that's fine.
I expected that. I'm still going to give him leeway to learn with his route running, with his
But he hasn't been
being able to
bad,
find
though.
soft spots in the zone. But he's
I mean,
not.
put her down, Zay Flowers.
For what he is, he's been fine. No, he's not Zay Flowers. No, he's not.
He's been okay. I mean, the
Zay
picks
Flowers
after
is a lot
Ladd and Keon Coleman are way better than Xavier Worthy right now. But Xavier Worthy wasn't supposed to be the number one option on the team. That's the thing. So,
No, not at all. He's
yeah.
a nice little dump
Yeah,
off.
for what he is, he's been fine, but he's not the guy. Yeah.
I don't even think. I think he's been below average overall. Like he's had some like flash plays and like some big splashes, but like throughout the totality of a game, he doesn't really do much productive.
That's why I say for who he is.
Like if you
he's
want,
not like
if you just want him in the game for like, because like there's gonna be one play a game where he might do something like really explosive. Okay, but throughout the whole game, he's not really doing.
He just can't be a prototypical receiver yet. He's not there.
Guys, he's still
consistently.
They'll be eventually. I give it about another 2 years. You be developed into something else.
He could develop.
The best case scenario is like Deshaun Jackson, like for a couple of years. I feel like.
Yeah, no, he could develop into something good, but he's just not there yet. But I say like right now, in terms of rookie wide receivers, Neighbors,
he's like probably fifth.
Well, is he
like,
fifth? Like
there's at least four.
Harrison,
Brian
Thomas, Keon Coleman,
Ladd
McConkey. He's been going off.
Yeah, McConkey's better. Yeah,
I do feel like they're forcing it with Worthy a little bit. I think they're trying to hurry up and get him to be one of those guys, considering the fact that Travis Kelce he's slowing down a little bit, and they're trying to make adjustments. You can kind of see.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I wanted the. I was saying this during the draft when we were talking about the draft who the Chiefs should get. My two picks was Xavier Legette or Ladd McConkey, and I still stand by that, especially Ladd McConkey.
Yeah, Ladd McConkey balled out today,
going crazy right now. Ladd McConkey is legit. He can do it all. He's ready right now to be a legitimate threat. But
did Early call him trash last week.
Who, Ladd? Did he?
Early just be making the most like impulsive takes, bro. It's hilarious.
I don't want to misquote him. I thought
just out of nowhere recently
that he was bad, or he's not like he can't be a number one or something like that.
Nah,
he's this rookie. Like
the Chiefs honestly should have gotten AD Mitchell. They should have taken the burn. The fact that he fell so far, because the Colts don't need AD Mitchell. They wasted a pick.
AD Mitchell would be great for them. I agree with that. I'm on board.
Yeah, AD is a fourth receiver on a team where he shouldn't be the fourth receiver on. Like he should be a starter right now. He's that good.
I agree.
Yeah. But all right, let's move on to the next game. Next game up, the Lions beat the dog water out of the Titans. Any opinions?
Lions, like I said last week.
Anybody surprised about this?
No, I mean
I ain't expect them to go off like that.
Absolutely not. No, absolutely. I mean, look, you got Mason Rudolph at QB. It's GG's.
Yeah, but the Titans' defense isn't terrible, so the fact that they got like that many points on them is kind of crazy.
But like,
I mean, Lonnie, they're not terrible. But what teams have they like pressed out?
Bro, the Titans got Bill Cosby.
Also,
bro.
the Titans are like a team that's kind of, and they have been, but they've lost a lot of their guys since the past like 3 or 4 years.
Like a tough line.
But they're,
I mean, their first three games, they tried to hold it down in their first 3 games, but I mean, it was only but so much they could do. Will Levis is not the guy, man.
Well, the thing is, they're built on physicality, and the Lions are just gonna tear you apart because they're more physical than you. That's what happened. They got exposed, and then their defense.
They got bullied throughout the whole game.
No,
I mean, like also if the deep
in the first like half, it was a close game. The thing is, the Lions kept on returning like 80-yard punts. It was ridiculous. And Mason Rudolph started turning the ball over, and then the run game just kept on cooking them. So the offense was becoming very inefficient in the second half, and then the Lions just kept getting the ball back and kept on scoring. The Titans lost all their juice. When the offense sucks, the defense looks terrible. Browns are the perfect example. Deshaun was so terrible, it made us think the Browns defense was not good anymore.
I
Then
think
we found out.
I think the Lions are the most complete team in football right now.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but the Browns. I'm sorry. I'm gonna wait.
Who's more complete than them, Riddell?
The line, who's more complete than the Lions right now? The most complete team in football right now. Now with Aiden Hutchinson, I would agree. Without Aiden Hutchinson, as of right now, I'm saying probably the Lions are up there. I'm not going to deny that. The Lions are up there. I would also say the Bills are up there and the Packers up there.
No. Bills are not.
No.
Bills are not close to more complete.
What?
The Bills up there? What?
Now with Amari Cooper, they now have a pass.
The Bills, but the Bills receiving core.
The Bills have.
It's not the same compared to
Lions
the
have multiple receivers.
But
They have two really good tackles, bro.
This is the problem with this argument, is because if we're gonna give quarterback more of a if you were gonna give it more power in this argument, then what's the point of doing this? Because because all I'm saying is what other than Josh Allen are you gonna have over for the Bills over the Lions?
Bills have a better secondary. The Bills have a better pass rush.
You definitely do.
Okay, well they have a better secondary. That's fine.
A better
what else?
secondary and a better pass rush.
Secondary. I mean, the pass rush for the Lions is still pretty decent, though. Regardless if Hutchinson isn't there.
The Lions defensive line without Aiden Hutchinson still isn't bad. Like they had 4 sacks against the Vikings.
No, that was a good game. That was mostly blitzes, which
game.
But when they weren't blitzing, they weren't getting pressure like that. And this game
still have quality defensive linemen,
but it's not as good as the Bills.
The Bills have Ed Oliver, Russo, and Von Miller.
No, like now I would say the Bills D line is better, but like they're not like that far.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly. They're not that far off, bro.
And
all I said is
I feel like we harp on the secondary a little bit too much with the Lions. Like, yeah, they're not elite, but they do have two players that are top.
Okay, at the end of the day,
all I'm just saying is they're better. Michael asked me a question. He said, "What is better?" I'm just saying, "What is better?" That's all I'm saying.
Okay, at the end of the day, though, for me, if the Lions get a turnover from that secondary, the game is over. You're not winning. Like at this point,
Brian Branch and Joseph, they both have 7 interceptions on the season right now.
To me, they're still able to stop them.
Secondary,
if I compare this team to the Cowboys in 2014 with that all-time offense, it's honestly comparable, but the defense is just a little bit better for the Lions. But it's super comparable.
Let's just do section by section, so we can make this a clip. So Bills, Lions, who has a better team? Let's go wide receivers.
Lions.
Wide receiver. Are we counting tight ends or just
sure?
Yeah, sure.
Because we're counting, it's
Lions.
Well, that's tough.
It's tough. Wait, yeah, Random. I'm with you. I know what you're thinking, right?
Now with Amari Cooper, that Bills receiving room is. So
I'm not saying Brown clears both of them.
Are we talking? Are we serious? Are we serious?
We're talking about totality of the receiver room. Where you guys, Khalil Shakir as the second option is
Jameson Williams clears Shakir.
Jameson Williams is already Jameson Williams might be top 20, bro. What are you talking about? Are you out of your mind?
Relax.
Okay, he's closer to top 20.
The third receiver is better.
He's closer to top 20.
Amon-Ra is better. Khalil Shakir and Jameson Williams are really good second options. And then the third option of the Bills is the better receiver. So
that's a notice.
I'll get Keon Coleman is better than Tim Patrick. Let's be very clear. I will give it to the Lions, but it's not a clear.
Okay. Who has a better running game?
The Lions. Easy. That one's easy.
Okay.
Who has a better O-line?
Lions.
Okay. Who has better quarterback play?
The Bills.
The Bills.
All right. So that's
for sure.
That's like 2-2. Who has the better special teams?
The
I would
Bills. Bills.
But the special teams don't. I don't care about special teams.
No,
I
you
mean,
got
it's good for our
special
returners,
teams
but-
matters, Mike. It matters though.
Sorry, my fault.
I say Lions.
Oh, actually, right now it might be the Lions. I'm thinking too much last year. The special
Okay,
team
so let's switch over to defense. Who has a better secondary?
Bills.
Bills.
What? I can't agree with that.
I mean,
Oh my god.
this is tougher than it.
Randall-
I mean, is
Randall
the
has a
Bills
better
secondary a little overrated at this point, or
What?
Randall's making a face. Who has a better secondary?
No. I'm seeing a blue lock clip on my just popped up on YouTube. It's disgusting.
All right, but who do you think has a better secondary?
I would say the Bills, but it's a closer argument than people think. I do think some people are dragging the Lions secondary problems too much for me. They're not as bad as people say they are. They're
Not at all.
They're not just getting interceptions because they don't have two guys who are up there in interceptions for no reason. Like they're clearly getting them, and they're
Brian
getting
Branch
and they're
is a Pro Bowler. He might be an All Pro this year.
Carolina
Just
Panthers were
interception of the
all-pro
year?
last year.
Talk about this year.
He's the same player.
no?
Okay,
Aaron Johnson's a different player. One year.
No. I'm just saying you can't act like he's replicating the exact same level. Like all of a sudden,
So all of a sudden,
like he's
Taron
been
Johnson
good.
is
He's
all
been
pro level.
good, but
we're
like
talking about,
he's
like,
been
are
good.
you
But I
saying,
don't
like,
think he's been as good as he was.
Are
Aaron
you-
Johnson's an
are you
all-pro
listening?
level corner. So is Brian Branch. What is so complicated about this?
Brian Branch has been Brian Branch has been better though.
he's been
What?
like a.
What?
You can argue he's like a top 3 safety this year.
So I mean,
He's
like
more-
if you want to
more
argue
than
the
that.
other two
Top three
corners are better.
safety. No, but I'll give him like top 3 nickel.
he's a safety.
What?
He's not better than McKinney. He's not better than
Bro, what, bro?
Hamilton. He's not
Hey,
better
hey,
than
Rondell, you do know that he's gotten player of the week like 2 or 3 times this year, right?
He's a
Yeah,
safety.
he's a top 3.
He's a safety.
He's a
been
safety.
cooking. Brian Branch is one of the best players in football this year.
Hey, Riddell got me
He's not
trolling.
better
bro.
than Xavier McKinney. He's not better than Kyle Hamilton, and he's not
I
better. than
would agree with that. I don't think he's.
What
Listen,
are we
I think he's
talking
about neck to neck
about?
with
What are we
Xavier
doing
McKinney.
right now?
Something ain't right. Riddell just gave
Brian
respect
Branch
to
are
Antoine Winfield Jr. Something ain't right. Something
I
ain't
never
right.
disrespected Antoine Winfield. I said he was the second best safety in football.
You're talking about 2 all
See.
pro safeties.
Oh, he's not better than
Brian
JC
Branch-
Bates. Lonnie said he's
The
top
Blazers
3. I'm
play
like,
better
he's
than
not
just
top
Bates.
3. He's
Stop.
not.
Oh my god.
He could be top 5.
Bro, we gassing JC Bates now.
Jesse Bates is a dog. Whoa.
Jesse Bates is a dog, but he hasn't been playing better than Brian Branch.
Yeah, Brian Branch has been playing better than him. We're not saying he's better, but he's playing like the best safety in football right now.
Yeah.
No, he's not. Xavier McKinney is playing like the best safety in football right now.
Xavier
But
He had an interception every week of the year so far. He's playing like the
Brian
best.
Brian Branch has quite a bit too, though.
That I said he's had an interception every single week of the year so far.
Doesn't he only have like one more pick than Brian Branch? Or are they tied?
Yeah.
Or they might be tied. So what does that matter? Like they might. I'm pretty sure that
Brian Branch had like 2 or 3
tied.
interceptions in one game.
Yeah, he had
Yeah,
2
that's
against
why,
Dallas.
because of that game where he may have had 2. I'd have to look at it. I actually have no idea.
He has 4 right now because they haven't updated this week's. He has 4.
And Xavier McKinney had an interception this game too.
That's great, but interceptions aren't. He has more interceptions than Kyle Hamilton. We're not saying Kyle Hamilton. Look, whatever. That's what I think. I think Brian Branch is playing like the best safety in football. That's
Okay,
what I
we
think.
just gonna. McKinney has been going nuts this year, but all right.
Great. McKinney's been going nuts too. We agree with that.
I'm glad he left those trash Giants.
That's disgusting. that was not necessary.
Yeah, screw the Giants. Screw the Giants till the day I die.
Anyway, I mean, we're kind of going. We're not.
We're
We're,
almost
I don't
done.
even know why we're still talking. This is
Linebacker.
open. This
D-line.
is open blitz. I don't know why we're still talking about the Lions. The Lions blew up the Titans.
It's been a minute.
Regardless, Lions are the most complete team. They're going to the Super Bowl probably. All right, you can go to the next game.
And they're up there, sure.
Still got to do it.
The next game, Texans beat the Colts
Just had to stick it in there, huh, Lonnie? Just one last time before we
Of
left.
course, he had to say something at the very.
Oh, because you said you tried to stick that in. I was like, all right, we're playing this game. I try to
Whoa,
move-
pause
Try to
now,
move
pause
on.
now.
It's a lot of sticking it in.
Chill.
Hey,
What the
I
Texans-
could be petty. I could be king.
Yeah, but what the
I like
Texans?
Diddy millions over here.
Is it time to give up on Anthony Richardson?
Give up? No, but he's dog water, and he's
Yeah, it's bad. Like it's really
It's
bad.
bad, and I don't know if the Colts are gonna give him enough time that he actually needs to develop because he needs a lot of work.
He
He
shouldn't
can
have
be
played.
good. He has the potential.
I have another question about Anthony
he's
Richardson.
actively stupid. I'm not gonna lie. I'm.
Wait, I have
watching
another
him
question,
play,
Fidel.
and He is so dumb when he plays.
To add
football.
on to that.
Bro, I can't
Should
believe he
Anthony
came out his
Richardson
own
still-
mouth and said I came off the field because I was tired.
Yeah, that's
Should
I'm
Anthony-
truly shocked by
should-
that.
yeah.
Should Anthony Richardson
He
be
said,
in
"I'm
college
tired. I ain't
right
gonna
now?
lie."
My
Should
God.
Anthony
what?
Richardson be in college right now instead of being in the NFL?
Should he
I'm
be-
not
That's
gonna-
what he said. I'm tired. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm not gonna hate on somebody going to go get the money.
I'm not hating on him.
Yeah. Can't.
But
definitely
said-
can't.
But I don't think
He
you
was
should.
very
I don't think
well.
you should be playing.
College.
If the Colts are in a place where they're too good to tank, and they're too bad. They're not bad enough to tank, but they're not good enough to be legitimate contenders. But you need to win games. Joe Flacco is the better quarterback. He needs to take the time and just learn from a veteran and watch how he plays. Because that's great that he can chuck it 50 yards and looks great. But at the same
not
time,
ready at all,
he's
bro.
not ready to run a professional offense. And
Yeah,
sure,
not
he's
close.
not an NFL quarterback. He's just an NFL athlete.
yeah, it also
That's what
sucks
it is.
because he got hurt. So all that extra time he probably would have had last year, when we would be having these conversations last year when he's a rookie, he didn't have. But now you need to win games. You cannot win games with Anthony Richardson as your quarterback. You just
Especially
can't do
this
it right
year.
now.
I'm with what Riddell said though
That's
too.
underperforming
He just
in
looks
other
dumb.
teams. Like the Colts have a roster that could make the playoffs.
Yeah,
But
they do.
their quarterback's holding them back. So
The Colts defense is really good. They just need an offense.
but I'm still worried about that Texans O line. That O line is Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Yeah. AR is stupid, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, hopefully Stephon
And I usually don't want to be this like dismissive, but
Well, the
at the
thing-
end of the first half, he throws an interception with like 15 seconds left in your own red zone. You throw an interception that allows CJ Stroud to score to put them up in the lead. And in the fourth quarter, you just need a field goal. You're down 23 seconds left. You run the ball. You don't go out of bounds, but you try to truck someone near the end zone, near the end. You don't even attempt to go out of bounds. Then you throw a ball to Zach Moss with 7 seconds left, and luckily was able to spike it with 1 second left. Luckily, and then for the Hail Mary, you get sacked. Like,
Well,
AR
you
actually-
saw on that last play what they did because the whole
Is Randall cooked?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
ran him his clips.
Damn, Randall's cooked.
Right in the middle of his point.
Is it because
Sorry.
he was about a cat for AR? Oh, you're
no. Sorry. So what the Texans did is they put their 2 linemen who were rushing on the right, or the 3. They put them on the right, so he could not escape that way. Because that's when he runs. When he runs on, usually he always goes to his right. So they said, we're not giving you that. You have to be completely uncomfortable in this situation. And he freaked out. He could have. We know he has the power to just moonball like a Russ Depot. Just moonball it there. You have the strength, and then let your receivers get down there and get it. But even then, run around, bro. You one of the most athletic players on the field. What are you doing, freaking out like that?
Yeah, like
That's what really bothered me the
they have a
most.
great wide receiving core. Jonathan Taylor is still like a top 5 running back, you could argue, and they're just not winning. And it's I don't know. They need
Yeah, and also, I'm at this point, like I expected AR to be bad, but not this bad.
Yeah.
He can't pass in the pocket, and literally every time he runs, he gets hurt. Like, dude might be cooked.
But the most important thing from this game, do we know what Stephon Diggs' injury is?
No, it was not. It was no contact. So I have no idea. It's something
Yeah,
with
so
his knee.
if he's done for the season and they don't have Nico for a few more games,
I thought Nico not back next week.
I think that might be
No, he comes
good
back
for him,
week
though,
10.
Lonnie. I think that might be good for him, bro. Tank Dell got active today.
they did, but like,
You still
Yes,
need more than one
He
wide
got
receiver.
pretty active.
yeah. So if Nico's not like at 100% when he's back, and it's just mainly Tank Dell. So I don't know how they're gonna perform because Stephon has been cooking a little bit. So I don't know. Like I also feel bad for Stephon because he is like old. He's not like an old receiver, but he's getting older and
Yeah.
wants that new contract because his contract ends. And so if he just got like Achilles or ACL, then he ain't gonna be getting paid like
Is
that.
it time for John
I
Mitchell?
think he can get a spot on the table one more year, or at least
He's-
one.
He'll definitely get.
No,
like,
he's been playing, and
he's not gonna get
the-
like max money if he's coming off like a ACL or Achilles. He's not a team's not gonna give him max.
Oh, Diggs does not need to come back to his team. John Mitchell, it's his time. Tank Dell and John Mitchell.
No, the even if like maybe like Hefe said, even if let's just say Stephon misses a couple games, they're fine. The team has enough talent to be successful. Joe Mixon,
Stephon's out for the season.
Yeah, they're not in a bad situation.
yeah, but we'll see what happens. But Joe Mixon has been running amazingly, right? Tank Dell got some love. Dalton Schultz is a reliable option at tight end. They still have weapons, and then Nico Collins is going to come back. So if that means we're just trading Nico Collins for Stephon Diggs, eventually in the long run until Stephon Diggs is healthy, it's a trade-off that everybody would.
Yeah, they have a
Yeah,
surplus of
yeah.
wide receiver and receiving options. I mean, they should be
Mhm,
okay,
they're
but
fine.
it'll still
They're
hurt though. If Nico's back, they'll be fine.
Even their backup running back, was it Damian? I always forget his name. That dude's a good player.
No, he sucks. I'm sorry.
He's a good enough player for them because he can spell Joe Mixon. They can survive with that. They have plenty of options.
We gotta move on. Falcons beat the Bucs because we're still in open blitz. We can kind of get to it when we get the good games. Falcons beat the Bucs. Bucs are heavily injured. Baker threw a lot of picks. Defense of the Falcons still questionable. Any thoughts about this game?
Shout
Can I
out
go real
Baker.
quick? Yeah.
Kyle Pitts. I'll be right back.
Yeah. So I will say this: I am sad we don't get to see them play at all anymore. Falcons and Bucs, because both games have been entertaining. Both games have been fun to watch. But like you said, the Bucs are really beat up, but they still had a chance to win that game. It's just. Hey, I'll say this, man. I don't know who.
Go ahead, Randall. Go ahead, say it. Because
Yeah.
if you don't say it, I'm gonna say it.
No, I don't know who Kyle Pitts needs to send
Yeah.
that check to.
Yeah,
But your boy got saved.
dude. Let me ask you a question. I don't really have much to say.
You got saved.
It was a
Kirk
good
or-
game. Everything went whatever. When do we
Page
not get
mad.
pile on camera angles in this
Lord.
day and age in the NFL, guys?
Oh Lord.
When do we not get pile on angles this day and age of football, guys? That
I really
that
did beat
I
touchdown-
do remember, yeah.
that touchdown changed the game. That touchdown changed the game. Without that touchdown, they don't win.
Well, it happened.
I mean, I don't know about that. I can't go that far.
You don't need to go that far. At the end of the game, the difference was 5 points.
I mean, they
But
can
We can
just go
easily
to-
say if things would have went accordingly as they should, we score 6. Maybe Baker throws another pick. It doesn't matter. Truth of the matter is, they were blessed with a tud that everybody clearly witnessed was not 6.
I don't know.
That's all I got to say. Refs really messing it up this
No,
year.
I
Man.
can't. I can't be the one to do that personally.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
credit to Baker Mayfield though too. Baker playing with K. Dotton, Bucky Irving got a ton of receptions. Jared McMillan playing with a wide receiving core without 2 guys, gotta respect it. So his interceptions, I know they look bad, but based on the situation, I thought he played a good game. Like with the pieces he had to
I'm gonna
work
say
with,
this.
it might you could say great game.
I'm gonna say this. You guys can say what you want. Atlanta is squeezing by teams this year. You guys can say that they super talented. They're supposed to win all these games, but they're squeezing by a lot of games. And a lot of these guys that they're beating aren't together. They're not together. They beat us. They barely beat us, bro. They barely beat us.
That's cool. But at the end of the day, they're beating everyone in front of them.
That doesn't
Kirk
matter.
Cousins and hey, y'all, people want to hate because they don't want to see Kirk thriving.
I mean,
They
it's
wanna
the
see
same.
Kirk thriving and winning.
They just want to see their
Let's
team winning.
relax.
That's all.
Kirk is not thriving. Kirk is going a lot of games this year and struggle.
What? Kirk is not thriving.
I don't even need to address it. It's just a petty Bucs and a petty Saints fan being petty because they all be losing. So hey,
hey, can we look to last week? What happened last week, guys? With this great Kirk y'all talking about?
hey, how many times the Bucs beat the Falcons? How many times the Bucs beat the
No,
Falcons?
we using logic, not emotion, Riddell. You ain't playing me. Who did the Falcons lose to last week?
How many times the Bucs beat the Falcons?
Who did the Falcons lose to last week? Stop playing, bro. We not gonna sit up here and gas up Kirk like he up here balling, bro. No,
Kirk, hold on. Kirk,
no, bro, no.
2,100 yards, 14-7, and has his team above 500. What are you talking about? Kirk has been a top 7 quarterback this year, borderline top 5.
Borderline top 5. That's nice.
He's definitely top 7. Do you see the numbers? What he's doing?
Facts.
I don't know why people don't want to give Kirk his flowers.
Then Baker's outplaying him. Then Baker's definitely got better numbers than Kirk.
I don't think he has more yards.
Yeah, exactly. Because if we want to go off stats, and stats is everything, Baker's outplaying Kirk by a long shot, bro.
When the Falcons played,
Baker's top 5 this year, guys.
When the Falcons played the Bucs, who played better in both games?
Baker.
You're just lying to my face, bro. You're lying to my face, bro. Oh my goodness.
Don't get me wrong. Baker's been good this year too.
No, I respect it. Let's move on.
No, because y'all trolling, bro.
I'm not trolling. Let me move on to the next.
Wait, who would have thought Baker and Kirk Cousins would be outplaying Joe Burrow and Aaron Rodgers? We said that at the start of the season.
Nah, they ain't outplaying Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow.
I mean, look, I'm a Joe Burrow guy, but do I have to have those two outplay Joe Burrow?
No. You're just wrong. Insane.
Aaron Rodgers
would be wrong.
Now we got a whole Joe Burrow
saying that
he's been outplayed.
All right, let's move on to the next game. We're still in the open blitz.
That's wrong.
Packers beat the Jags in a surprising close game, but Jordan Love got injured.
That surprised me. I didn't think that it was going to be that close.
Brian Thomas is saving Trevor Lawrence's career.
He really is, though. He really is.
Shout out Brian Thomas.
Really
and Christian Kirk got hurt.
Yeah, he out. I think for
They were going to trade Christian Kirk until he got out. Now he's out for the season. That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy unluck or bad luck.
But he was playing well. I don't know what they would get for him.
I mean, but he wasn't playing. I mean, he wasn't getting
pick, maybe.
You think like they get like a third for him or a fourth?
Well, they were going to get like a 4th pick, I believe. Maybe the Chiefs said they're not done looking for receivers, so it could have been the Chiefs.
And the 49ers have been getting a lot of injuries, and they might be in the market apparently. So
they got Ricky Pierce, so I don't think they need to.
And also the Cowboys. The Cowboys clearly you saw from this game they need a receiver.
No, Dak just saw.
Yeah, they might need a new quarterback at this point.
Guys, how many times are we gonna say this every year and it doesn't happen? The Cowboys will be getting nobody at the trade.
I know you guys.
And you can book that.
No.
Bro, I was never like 100% against Dak, bro. But I ain't gonna lie, watching that game, man.
Let's save the Cowboys talk. Let's wrap up this one.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens with Jordan Love's injury. This is the second time he got injured, so it's not looking good for Jordan Love. But let's move on.
Can I say?
Go ahead.
All right. Yeah, Xavier McKinney, Defensive Player of the Year votes. Please and thank you, because that man is on a mission. Last week he had a really good performance, but it was just an overall really good team performance. This game, if he doesn't get that pick, they lose. I think when Jordan Love comes back, hopefully it's soon, if he does, needs to realize that I know you want to be Brett Favre, and I know that at times can be best for you, but you have to realize the defense that you have and kind of realizing, sometimes I don't need to throw the interception. Sometimes I don't need to throw the deep 50-50 ball when we're, down by 7, because this defense is legit and we can trust that defense. And I think if Jordan Love can do that a little bit more, this team can be good. And I honestly don't believe there's a world where they don't make it. Unless Jordan Love is really out for the year. But if he's out 2 or 3 weeks, I'm completely fine on this team because the defense is really that good.
Yeah, I mean, and we've seen that LaFleur can make it work with Malik Willis for a short period of time.
True, and they play the Lions next week, so we'll see how that.
If they find a way to get through this, this could be where LaFleur wins Coach of the Year.
For
Your
sure.
quarterback is out
But
twice.
the
and you
Lions
still
game
find a
doesn't
way?
matter to me.
For
If
sure.
they can lose by 30 to the Lions without Jordan Love, and I'm not worried. It's one game, and it's like against a really good team.
Look, it's a divisional game. Ironically, this could decide not just obviously who wins the division, but playoff seeding also early. These are both very good teams in the NFC. So this, sure, you could say that I would care because obviously, even if without Jordan Love, you need to know what you can do with your team. And it's not like I understand the Lions are the most complete team, but we've seen their flaws. I think Green Bay can take advantage of that. You get pressure on Goff. You load up on that running game, and obviously Jameson Williams is not coming back this game. He's coming back the game after that. You can still beat them with Malik Willis.
Yeah, and you're guaranteed one turnover because of Xavier McKinney. So that's gonna be huge.
Yeah, plus, it's a divisional game, man. They're always weird.
I think Andy Reid needs to be in that coach of the year conversation too. He just gets overlooked.
He'll never win it.
He'll never win it again.
Eric Spoelstra is the same logic. They just will never win it.
Mm-hmm.
I hear you, but he only has what, one in his career right now?
Does he have one?
Let me check. I can check.
Yeah, 2002 AP NFL Coach year. He has one. You tell me Andy Reid
That's
has
Bill
one.
crazy,
Belichick.
bro. That
Bill
is
Belichick
insane.
doesn't have any. He doesn't have a lot either.
How much? He got to have a couple though, at least.
Let me check.
It's unfortunate.
But you can make the case though, with Andy Reid too, like with their wide receiver
To be
situation.
fair, yeah, you could make a case for Andy every year. The problem is they just don't want to
Hard
give
to
him.
win Coach of the Year when you're paying your
If they
quarterback.
go
$40
undefeated, I feel like
million.
Bill has 3.
Yeah, see, Bill has 3. You got to give Andy Reid these 2.
I think
he
3
might
is
get the lifetime achievement
Coach
one.
for like 30
They'll give him a
years.
lifetime achievement one. They'll give him a lifetime achievement Coach of the Year. Like even though he deserves it, they'll give him one.
If the Chiefs go undefeated all season, I feel like
Then you have to. You have no choice.
you
have no
kind of
choice.
have to give it to Reed, like going undefeated. Did Bill?
No,
Belichick
you did
win it?
because that's what they did in 2007. Bill got.
Yeah, you like undefeated. You
Bill
got
Belichick was a coach for 24 years, and you're telling me he only won it 3 times?
That's like the bar for like coaches, right? Like how many does coaches win it a lot?
Let me check.
Yeah, I wonder that too. I think for Andy Reid, even if they go
real quick,
15,
let's move
16
on
and 1.
to this next
Reed gets
game.
4, but Bill only has 3. What? That makes no sense.
Let's move
Yeah,
on to the next
they're
game.
too
Real quick.
consistently dominant.
Almost done.
I got the answer to that. Don Shula has 4. And
Bill
he coached,
deserves one more. Bill deserves
and he coached for like 30 years. They just don't give that award out to, even if you're for instance, they win this year, Andy Reid gets a second one. He could do, unless he goes undefeated again, they're not going to give him the award again. They just don't.
Yeah, the award tends to go to like coaches who take teams who we think should be mediocre to the playoffs.
It's also a good narrative award too, as well.
Oh,
Who won it? Who won it last year?
Detroit guy, right?
Shane
Detroit.
Steichen. Shane Steichen won it last year.
Oh, I would have given it to.
No.
It's a Browns coach. Kevin Stefanski won.
He won it, and he won it a second time.
Yeah,
Ooh.
and so he'll probably never win it again unless he somehow turns this Browns team right now into a playoff team.
We'll talk about it because he could win it 3 times. I'm not gonna lie.
Shout out
we'll
Jameis
talk about
Winston.
it.
Hey, big Winston, bro.
No, I got it wrong. Steichen almost won it. It was Stefanski.
Had to.
Chargers beat the Saints.
Trotting out
Chargers
4
beat
quarterbacks.
the Saints. They played very good defense. Spencer Rattler looking rattled. What did we think about this game? Real quick.
I mean, Spencer Rattler, he still doesn't have a line right now. So, we only got one guy back off of injury, off the IR. It's still a struggle. I mean, even when Jake Haener came in, Jake Haener threw an interception.
Let him play.
And it's in the biggest thing that I'm gonna say of it all is, bro, Dennis. It's the coaching, man. It's the decisions being made, on the sidelines that's got these guys playing like this. This isn't these guys just playing football. These guys, the decisions these guys are being told to make. So, I think it's just over top. It's a disease right now in New Orleans, and I think once we get rid of that disease, things will get a lot better. I mean,
I think the Saints really need offensive coordinator. When I watch Spencer Rattler, he looked like he's really in trouble, bro. Like every play he gets the ball, like he's running around, scrambling, trying to make the throw, trying to find a lane, and he doesn't look comfortable. It doesn't look like him and the offensive coordinator on the same page.
Gary Kubiak is a great offensive coordinator. They just hired him.
I think it's
I
better.
don't care how great he is. If your guy isn't comfortable, and every time he makes a throw, he has to be on the run, and he's never set his feet, and he can't make decisions because y'all don't have the chemistry or y'all not on the same page. It's always going to look bad, despite how great he is.
I mean, it's because Spencer
He's
Rattler,
a rookie
after his
quarterback.
first read, he wants to scramble. That's why.
But he
Did that for,
doesn't.
like, 9
Sometimes he
weeks.
just makes the throw, and sometimes he doesn't
He
look
played 9
comfortable.
weeks.
Like either he doesn't know the playbook, or he isn't well versed with his receivers. Either way,
Both
it
of
doesn't
them.
look good.
Yeah, I think I'm going to give credit to Jim Harbaugh and the Chargers. I think Jim Harbaugh's done exactly what I thought he'd do, implement a consistent run game at least most of the time, and just try to improve the defense. And he's done a good job of like getting guys to produce that haven't in the last couple of years. So shout out to him.
Does anybody not notice that when the New Orleans Saints starts to get scored on really bad, when things get really, really bad, it's always at the end of the third quarter and the beginning of the fourth quarter? That's when things really start to get bad.
I just think y'all are a bad team. But what I got to say,
Yeah.
I just think
Let's
y'all
be
suck.
honest.
Lonnie,
Yeah, they definitely capitalized on that momentum, bro.
Yeah, those first 2 games got y'all fooled, huh? But
Yeah,
y'all
Bo was
thought-
talking
It ain't
shiesty.
got us fooled, Lonnie. It ain't got us fooled. We was just a healthy team.
hold on. Let Lonnie get his stuff.
No, I was gonna say when it comes to the Chargers, though, Jim Harbaugh made them a tough team to the point where it's like they can make any game close, and like they're the type of team where like if you're in the playoffs against them and you're not playing at your best, you can get upset because they run the ball hard, they play defense, and they control the clock, and that's a good recipe for winning games. So don't be surprised like if they upset a team in the playoffs. Not because they're better than them, but it's because they can outwork them. And that's all. That's because of Jim Harbaugh.
But Justin Herbert makes too many mistakes.
Does he?
Huh?
Y'all didn't. So y'all weren't watching the game.
He's been hurt, though. He has like a high ankle sprain. He's not 100%.
I don't think he
No,
saying
I
he makes
understand
too
that.
many mistakes is a stretch.
Yeah, I don't think he's making a lot of mistakes. But
No, I'm not
He
saying.
doesn't have a
Listen. What all I'm saying is the mistakes that he's making can cost you big time in the playoffs. So I wouldn't go as far as saying
What
they're going
mistakes did he
to
make
maybe
today,
they
though?
make it to the playoffs, but I wouldn't go as far as saying they're even going to make it.
I still think
I'm not saying they're making it far, but I'm saying they could steal a game from a good team. They could steal a game.
No, I agree with Lonnie with what he's saying about the Chargers stealing the game. I still think they're a year away from being. They're quietly they're
least.
they're 4-3. They're
They're a year away from being a good contender.
They're a year away from being a good contender with a good offseason. I think they're gonna be good, but they have the good things that every good team needs. They run the ball now. They run the ball. They're a tough team. That defense is working. I understand it's expensive because Khalil Mack making a lot of money. Joey Bosa is making a lot of money, right? Derwin James, they figured it out with him, but they're really good. They're a good team, but
Like-
they clearly have their limitations.
For instance, like, and then we can move on to the next game. Like, how the Texans have been playing. If the Texans aren't at their best, you don't think the Chargers could like make it like a 16-13 playoff game?
The
They could do
Chargers,
that.
Oh, for sure.
the Chargers are a team that when they look at the schedule, they're like, "Fuck, we got to play the Chargers."
Yeah, because they know it's gonna be a long game. It's gonna be a long game. Even if they win, it's gonna be a long game. So,
Yeah, great with clock management. Like you said, you already said it. I agree.
Look, I understand what y'all saying. Y'all saying the Chargers is good, and I can't deny that. Chargers.
yeah, I'm not saying they're elite. But like they're like that sneaky team.
They're just a good team.
Saints have just a good team. A good team just lost 6 games in a row. You can't tell me that that's off the team alone itself. That's coaching, bro. That's coaching.
But the Saints aren't a good team.
You said they're not a good team.
Bro, the Saints haven't been a good team.
Quarterback.
No, hold on. Are you saying
we're not doing this?
they're not a good team though? Like, do they not have
They're
anybody?
not a good team.
Bruh, come
You won
on.
the first like 4 games of the season. You have been terrible ever since, bro. You're not a good team.
But what is it? What is it?
Move on.
All right, so what? So your quarterback play has been bottom 10, if not worse, in the league.
Since
after the
Derek
first
Carr
2
got
weeks.
injured.
Okay, I said Derek Carr's not that good. What else?
Okay. Your defense, your front seven has been very inconsistent. Very inconsistent. Your O-line has also been inconsistent at time, and you guys gotten some injuries too.
Okay, no,
Marshawn Lattimore has not been playing like a top
our
10 corner
quarterback's
he should be.
position. Our quarterback's position has not been that great. Which Rodell, because I see the little face you made. So I'm gonna just say this. I said, and that you can go ahead and play it back if y'all want to. That Derek Carr was not a good quarterback. That he would have to play at his best this year in order to prove that he's worthy to be a starting quarterback. In order for his,
and then he was terrible.
spot to Spencer Rattler. I'm gonna just leave it at that with the quarterback situation.
Yeah, Rattler hasn't been playing necessarily well. Like he needs time to develop.
Rookie behind a bad line right now.
That's why you're not. So you have a bad line, a bottom 10 quarterback play.
It's a bad, but
front
line,
seven.
bad line
It's a
because
bad team.
But Lonnie, it's a bad team. It's a bad line because they're hurt.
Yes.
Why are we spending this much
No,
time?
it wasn't a good line last year, and it's not that good of a line this year.
Let's
Bad is
move
bad.
on. Let's move
Bro,
on.
we
The
were
Saints
7-8.
suck.
Talking about.
The Saints suck. Let's move on. Anyhow,
Please.
last open blitz game that we're gonna talk about. Chiefs. Did we already talk about Chiefs beating the Raiders? Yes, we have.
Yes.
Yeah, we did.
Okay, so actually, let's talk about the interesting games. Let's start off with the first one. Probably the upset of the week. There's only one person who got this game right. The Patriots beat the Jets. There might be another game that might be upset of the week, actually. But the Patriots beat the Jets. Hey, they fired Robert Saleh. That defense looks terrible. What is that?
Yeah.
I want
No,
to
it's-
go.
Bro, Aaron Rodgers sucks.
Let Lonnie go. Let Lonnie
Lonnie
go.
said he wants to go first.
No, because they messed up my parlays. They messed up my parlays. So let me get this straight. Jets and Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, you miss out on OTAs because you want to like go to Egypt or whatever. Don't put in the work in. That's cool. You have no chemistry with Garrett Wilson to start off the season. None. It was terrible. I have Riddell trying to say Alan Lazard was better than Garrett Wilson. He ain't saying that now, though. He learned his damn lesson. He learned who Garrett Wilson is, especially this game.
Man,
So that was terrible. The O line. What was J Rob and Manny and all them saying? Oh, we added Tyron Smith. Oh, we're gonna be an elite O line. We added pieces, and they've been playing like dog water. And Aaron Rodgers has been getting his ass whooped every freaking week. Every week, Aaron Rodgers has been running for his life. But also, Aaron Rodgers hasn't been playing like Aaron Rodgers, regardless of protection or not, because he's been wildly inconsistent. His accuracy, ass. Vision, ass. Decision-making, ass. So, yeah. Oh, and then what did they do? Instead of fixing their O-line, let's add another wide receiver. And then Devontae Adams, what has he done since he's gone there? Nothing. He had 33 yards. He had 30-something yards or 40 yards this game.
Yeah, that's shocking. I thought he'd be better.
Yeah. Who was wide receiver 1 today? Garrett Wilson. Who was extending on third downs? Garrett Wilson. Who was carrying Aaron Rodgers throughout the whole game against the Patriots? The Patriots, you can argue is like the second or third worst team in the league. And Garrett Wilson
and Drake May went down.
We have no run game. I think we lead the league in drops. Yo, you took out a rookie quarterback, and you lost to Jacoby Brissett. So you're telling me your team with Quinnen Williams, Sauce Garner, DJ Wheat, CJ Mosley, Breece Hall, Aaron Rodgers, Garrett Wilson, and Devontae Adams, and you lose to the second or third worst team in the league? To the Drake May and Jacoby Brissett whoop their ass. That's embarrassing. Let
me just. I said it. We talked about it 2 weeks ago when Robert Saleh was fired. Hey, Robert Saleh, because guess what? The only reason we know it is because the broadcast told us he's still calling Jeff Ulbrich to talk to see if he's as prepared as he can. Maybe not firing the one person who can manage, because Robert Saleh is more of a CEO instead of an actual coach. Sure, he runs the defense, but he lets his coordinators do the whole thing. Maybe you fire the actual terrorist on your team instead of the head coach who oversees everything, because now you send Jeff Ulbrich up. Guess what? Jeff Ulbricht's now a head coach. He don't got time to look over the defense like he had before with Robert Saleh. Now look where we're at. This firing and all that and Aaron Rodgers lying once again, saying, "Oh, I don't have this kind of power," blah blah. Immediately, what they did, they kept your boy, and then they went to go get your other boy, and now look, you're still not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You lost to the Patriots today, Manny. Go ahead, send me my money, bro. You're 2-6.
Send
Go ahead, send me my money.
To the AFC
He came on our Telegram and was like, "We're going to the Super Bowl." Devontae Adams is not blocking for Aaron Rodgers. He's not protecting them. He's not doing all that. None of this solved any of the Jets' problems at all. And I'm tired. And I'm tired.
I ain't gonna lie. I think they actually look worse since they got Devontae Adams.
What happened to Sauce? Sauce has not been playing well.
Sauce been getting cooked. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Sauce has been getting cooked.
You know what this team reminds me of?
I feel bad for J-Rob. I feel bad for J-Rob. Manny, go ahead and send me my money, man.
Remember that
Eagles? The same team that I'm thinking of, we're locked.
Yeah, I remember that Eagles team that they called.
You said the exact team I was thinking of.
Remember that team. I'm not gonna lie. I was drinking the Jets Kool-Aid too, man. I thought they were gonna make some noise this year with these moves. I haven't seen this team flop like this, like those quote unquote super team Eagles. Man, it's bad. Like it is rough. Yeah, this is
think of that squad. Like, in this squad is better than that squad.
Aaron Rodgers. I thought it was
Aaron Rodgers clears.
I thought it was. Yeah, I thought it was a gamble.
Go ahead, Michael. What you saying?
I thought it was a gamble that the Jets would make the playoffs because I thought the Bills would be really good. But yeah, I declared them dead last week, and they're definitely dead, even more dead than they were. Like, I don't know what to say. Like like one thing is, like, we thought that their defense would be good. We thought that their front on their defense would be good. It just hasn't been all year. And, like, Saleh leaving makes it worse, but it still wasn't good before he left either. So it's just like, what's really the issue?
No. They were.
Hey, I want to say this.
Great.
I bet Zach Wilson.
Random.
I bet Zach Wilson will be playing Aaron Rodgers right now.
Quinnen Williams was not good the entire season. Random.
The defense was good, not great. Guess who helped Michael?
So your best player on defense was a no-show the entire season.
Michael.
That's not a good defense.
Michael, who put Aaron Rodgers in a position to win the? They held the Vikings to no points in the second half. They had a chance to win that game. Like, I don't understand. We're not if we're comparing them to the Jets defense of last year. That's unfair.
So you're giving one performance out of the 8 weeks. You're giving one performance.
First
out of
all,
8
there's only been 7 weeks, or now this is the 8th week, and he's only been the coach for what, 4 of them?
Yeah. So
4 of them. Hold on.
3 out of 4, they were not good, and they haven't been good since. Like, none of the players that were supposed to be good this year have been good.
So we're saying that they
Sauce at the beginning of the year.
Bro, they haven't given up more other than the 49ers game. They've held other than the 49ers game while Saleh was there. They've held every team except every team under 24 points. Every single one under 24. And then you fire Saleh, and all of a sudden now everything's going to crap. It's like it wasn't Saleh's fault that they lost to the Broncos 9-10. It wasn't Saleh's fault.
Random. Can we be honest?
To be fair, we should bring up that Greg Zuerlein
was going to crap either way. You can't tell me otherwise.
I do want to be fair.
Yeah, but he did his job as a coach. We're blaming.
No, I never said that.
But you literally said the defense wasn't good. That's what you said. You said the defense has not been playing well.
I said that players that were supposed to be good haven't played.
That's the players' fault. As an overall defense, they were good, Michael.
I said that he has to get some blame. You can't just give him no blame for that.
It's not that they'll get no blame. I think the Jets' defense has been good enough for them to be above 500 for sure. And the offense
and they're broken because I know the offense.
Yeah, like the defense hasn't been great, but they've been good. They've played well enough to give the offense opportunities to win. And they haven't.
I'm just saying, players on the defense that have been good in past seasons Quentin
Aaron
Williams
Rodgers
has
got
not
his
been
old
good. That's the
Batman
biggest
and
reason
Robin
why
got
they
back
cannot.
and still
They
couldn't
can't
get
stop
it
the
done.
run, dude.
Hey, look,
Dude,
why
they cannot stop the run. The last 3 games have not been able to stop the run.
Robert
And
Saleh
and the
went
point
straight
is
over there to
that
Green Bay
no,
though?
the point is that the Robert Saleh firing really has. I don't think it has that much to do with it. I think it's just like a player thing. They're just not playing well.
No, they're done. Like, there's a reason why Sauce Gardner came out and said we're playing for Robert Saleh. He's not just saying that out of his own mouth. They were talked about it. There's a clear divide in this team, and where like Riddell said it, Aaron Rodgers trying to get the New York Packers to show up, and that's not who you are. You can't force this onto people. You can't force this. Sure, and sure, we can blame. This is where you and me agree, Michael. Robert Saleh was going to leave no matter what, because this team was not going to be what they did. But at the same time, you literally did not fix anything wrong with your team. You did not. If anything, you made it worse because you refused to fire the one person or the one
And you
person
signed
who's
Hassan
really
Reddick.
holding you back. Hey,
You
Aaron, I'm
signed Hassan
sorry,
Reddick.
but your boy sucks. We're gonna go get somebody who can actually call plays. Because guess what? The only reason he's on the team now is because you're vouching for him. He got demoted. They don't even let him call. They don't even work with anything on the game plan anymore.
What do y'all
I
think
want you
Aaron
to
Rodgers is
understand
going to
Nathaniel
do?
Hackett, they don't let him design plays or nothing anymore with the Jets. But why? So if he's not doing that, why is he your de facto offensive coordinator? Why does he have the title? Fire him and go get somebody else. But no, it's Saleh's fault.
If the Jets are like 2-8 after 10 games, say that the record's 2-8, you think like Aaron Rodgers like gives up on him? So he's just like, I got an injury, I can't
No.
play anymore.
think
I just don't see Aaron Rodgers
I think
playing
he
in.
might give up now.
Yeah, I hear you. I just don't see Aaron Rodgers the kind of guy at this stage in his career.
He's been
And
in
some of the
league
things
long
that
enough.
we've
He knows,
seen.
like how many wins you should probably have at this point, and he knows like there's what's the Jets schedule.
I can pull it up.
Yeah.
I actually have it right here. I have it right here. I have it right here. So they have the Texans next.
Blues.
They have the Cardinals next. Then they have the Colts, and then their bye week. And then it goes Seattle, Miami, Jacksonville, Rams, Buffalo, and Dolphins again.
I think those whole
That's actually not a bad
they're gonna
schedule.
lose every last one of those games.
Yeah, but
The
they can't
schedule
beat.
is-
But they can't beat the. But they can't beat the Patriots.
Exactly. Yeah.
I could wholeheartedly see the Cardinals walking into New York and beating them right now. And the Cardinals are the very definition, just like the Chargers are, of they're a little bit more exciting, but they're mid.
No question that the Cardinals are going to win.
The Jets could beat
No
the Texans.
question.
The Texans have been playing like shit too. I'm not gonna lie.
The Texans have been playing bad, but it's mainly that O line. But if that O line gets it
Yeah,
together,
we'll talk about that another day.
Yeah, the only
I'm
win
over
I'm giving them,
exaggerating, of course, but the Texans are beatable.
the Texans have not been playing to their best.
the only win that I'm giving them on this schedule right now is Indianapolis.
No, I wouldn't even go that
I'm
far.
not giving them that. No, I'm not giving them that. I'm not
Rand.
giving them that.
If Joe Flacco's quarterbacking the Colts,
No, it doesn't matter.
they're not losing now.
I'm trusting Shane Steichen over anybody on that.
Does 10 wins get you in the playoffs possibly?
Yeah, but
Good
AR
game.
is a Shane Steichen neutralizer.
10 wins definitely gets you in the playoffs.
Yeah, but
10 wins
like,
for sure
I
get
don't
you.
know.
They have to
The
win.
Jets are
They
just
have,
bad,
they have
dude.
They have to win
1,
8 of
2,
9. They have to win
4,
what? 8 of
5,
9
I
games?
didn't expect the Jets to make the
Miami
playoffs,
didn't
but I
look
didn't
bad.
expect
Hayes
it.
Miami didn't look bad. Miami
They
didn't
have
look bad, too.
so they have I think 11 games left. They have to win 8
11
of them.
games.
Yeah.
Well, they're not making it. There's zero.
So,
There's
hold on.
absolutely
1, 2,
no way.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. My bad. 9 games left. They
Yeah.
have to win 8 of them.
Yeah,
They
8
have to
after
win
There's
8
no chance. Zero shot. They have
Yeah.
zero shot. They are dead, 100%.
I'm not gonna lie, losing to the Patriots, and especially when Drake May goes down, is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Shout out Garrett Wilson. He did have a good game. Breece Hall has been looking better. Glad because I was concerned for a second when Breece Hall was locking back in, being that explosive demon like that he is. But other than that, Aaron Rodgers, I don't know what's going on. He's making some very bad decisions. Sometimes he wants things to be done a certain way, and it's not happening how he envisions it, and he's trying to force the issue. And the defense, oh my goodness, like Lonnie said, Sauce is getting that last play when the Jets could have got the Patriots off the field. I don't even know who was it. Who was the receiver that cooked Sauce? He just did like a post route and he cooked the mess out of Sauce Gardner. Was it? I don't even know. It's not Jalen Polk. It was probably like Boutte or something like that.
I've been Douglas.
No, Douglas has been injured. He was a bigger guy. So Sauce has been getting cooked, and that defensive line hasn't been getting pressure. Oh, man. Even Ramondre Stevenson had a good game. Where's that linebacking?
The wide receivers still didn't play good. The Patriots wide receivers were not good this game. We were still dropping passes. Like, we dropped key passes on third downs. And the Jets still found a way to lose. It was crazy.
Yeah, but I want to be fair because I agree. I'm a honest man. Fire Greg Zuerlein. He sucks. He's terrible.
You mean cut him?
Cut him, sure. Get him.
It's just another way to say fire because when you get cut, you're getting fired.
Yeah. Get rid of him. He sucks. He's terrible. Like, he's missing way too many. He's missing PATs. He's missing field goals. Like, damn. It's terrible out there, man. Yeah, that's tough.
All right, next game.
After the Jets got embarrassed and I want to ask this question. It might even be a clip. Hold on. I'm gonna write this down because I'm very curious to see what people say here. I just thought of the question. If the Jets get a good pick, let's say top 10, do you go quarterback? Cam Ward, Shador?
Yes, and the story. And the story, it shouldn't even be a question whether or not you go quarterback.
You can get him.
One of those. No. If Cam Ward or Shador are available, Quinn Ewers is a maybe for me. I'm not taking Carson back, but you need to get a quarterback for this team. If you can get a good quarterback that's young for this team, the pieces are still pretty young right now to make a difference. So there's no point to try to make Rodgers more happy. If Rodgers wants to retire, let him retire, and then just do something else.
He's gonna come back.
That deep.
You can get him. You can get the quarterback, but he's gonna sit. Rodgers gonna make. He wants all that money.
Fine. You don't want the quarterback to start anyway, honestly.
Yeah, the Jets are pretty much screwed.
The Jets are not
this is
trading
one of
for
the things
Eden
that you
Hooker
do.
Or they don't want.
This is one of the things that you do to bring yourself out of NFL purgatory, which is get a QB.
Well, I don't think.
And I'm not saying that.
We're talking about the Jets. The Jets don't make the best decisions.
Yeah, but I don't care. The question is the question. I'm not talking about what they're going to do. I'm talking about what they should do.
Bro, imagine a
they
quarterback.
should 100% do that.
All right, take how bad they've been. Imagine being a quarterback for the New York Jets right now, bro. Your receivers are Garrett Wilson and Tay Adams.
As far as I'm concerned,
those are your receivers.
Your
running back.
But you still have, as far as I'm concerned, the Aaron Rodgers stuff. Well, you're not going to have Tay. If Aaron Rodgers is in the quarterback, Tay's not going to be on the team.
I'll say this: if Kirk Cousins was a Jets quarterback, they'd be about 5-3. They might be 5-3, 6-2 right now.
And as far as I'm concerned, none of the Aaron Rodgers stuff will matter for the next quarterback. I don't think that any of that stuff is really going to play into how good that player is. Just matters if it works out or not.
The way Aaron Rodgers is going out, though, I think could hurt his career look back in a sense.
I think
everybody not Tom Brady.
His career's already been hurt, Michael.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, I love the extra
It's
stuff.
already been hurt. So that's why this move to New York had to work. It had to, and it's not. You follow. You really trying to follow Brett Favre's footsteps down to the letter. He was trash. He was bad with the Jets too. So I guess he's coming to the Vikings.
He might. Hey, J.J. McCarthy is just not healthy again. Sam Darnold gets hurt. They need a quarterback. Aaron Rodgers, man.
I'm gonna go from Devontae and Garrett Wilson to Hawkinson, Jettas, and Jordan Addis.
It's
Drink more
Mike
water. I'm not
trying to
hating.
get Devontae out there too.
Aaron Rodgers is greedy, bro. People
Yeah.
say sure the defenses hasn't been perfect on the Packers, but he has had weapons in his career. He's had amazing weapons in his career.
Okay, drink more water. I'm not hating. I'm just speaking the truth. He didn't go to the Jets just because he thought it was going to be a good time. He went there to win. He said, "Oh no,
he wants that
we
second
need to
Super
be-
Bowl ring. He wants
yeah,
to. Yeah.
we need to be locked in this year." And where was he at? He wasn't with the team. Didn't tell nobody. Had Salah up there on the podium looking dumb when they asked him about where the quarterback was. Sure, he's not. He's not the main. He's a big part of the problem with the Jets, and I don't know how. People are gonna look back at it a little differently. It just has the media don't mess with him anymore. It's gonna be a little
100%.
different.
Remember
Yeah,
the conversation that we were having about Aaron Rodgers? People were saying, look, he wasn't in the GOAT debate when people were saying he's the best thrower of the football they've ever seen. People were saying that. Like he was the best.
How is that?
He's still up there.
Yeah, he's still up there, but I'm just saying, like those are the
why are you
conversations.
overreacting?
He can
over
be one of the best
No,
throwers in the
no,
football. That don't make you the GOAT though,
Bro,
bro.
you
All
guys.
right,
Bro,
let's
wait. Yeah,
bring
that
it
was
back in.
crazy to say. It doesn't matter
Let's
about
bring it back in and move on. Jalen, you can start out. The Cardinals beat the Dolphins in a thriller. Tua, first game back off his injury. And one play I'm going to bring up before Jalen, you go. I thought it was pretty funny that when Tua went for a scramble, all the fans were cheering, and that Cardinals player didn't even try to hit him. I'm thinking to myself, if I'm that Cardinals defender, would I try to hit Tua in that situation?
No, like I'd be scared too. I would
You
be
don't want to
scared
end a
to
career.
do it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that runs through your mind. I mean, I guess it does run through their mind because they are human.
Like,
yeah,
do you want to be
probably-
the person that
probably
like ends to his career for good?
Yeah,
On
yeah,
it.
for sure.
Like legit, like
This is one of the better games of the day, and I was surprised. I didn't kind of
Good.
expect it to
Marvin
be.
Harrison
Yep.
played well. See,
Cooking.
Kyler, see what happens when he gets the ball. Tight
100%.
end day.
Hold on, Lonnie. Let Jalen, because I said he could go.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
Riddell doesn't want to get cooked about Marvin. It's okay.
yeah. To go to what Lonnie said, I think getting Marvin Harris the ball, common sense. He got 7 targets, 100 yards, 6 catches. Great game by him. Trey McBride though, that's a guy this year he's been kind of the one consistent guy for the Cardinals this year. A lot of other guys have been up and down, but he's showed up, most of these weeks, every day. Great hands, finds the open spots. Murray has a good connection with him. I think Trey McBride definitely been great for him. We saw Tyreek kind of get back to being the Tyreek Hill that everyone kind of loves. I still think they got to get the ball to him more. It's just one of those things where he's your guy. You need the points, whether it's just a screen pass. It doesn't have to be down the field all the time. Just get him the ball, let him make some plays. But Tua looked fine too. I mean, coming off those concussions, I think he was fine. But I think to me, Trey McBride has kind of been a breakout player to me this year, really taking another step up from what he was.
Fair enough. I agree. Trey McBride has been cooking. All right, Lonnie, what's up? Go ahead.
I was gonna say tight end day. McBride went off. Their second receiver also didn't call a touchdown, which is pretty good. But
Shout out Michael
I
Wilson.
definitely see that the Dolphins they could still probably make the playoffs. I want people to stop hating on Tua now because we clearly see that it's not just anyone could cook in that offense. Tyler Huntley, if I want to be nasty, he made the Pro Bowl a few years ago, and they still look like ass. So I don't know, but Tua looked good for his first game back. I am of course worried about him long term. Hopefully he can stay healthy. But also Achane balled out. I didn't think he was gonna go crazy. I think he might have ruined one of my fantasy teams this week with how he was playing. But no, the offense looked good. But I am wondering, can Mike McDaniels succeed as a head coach without Tua?
I think he can. I mean, Tyler Huntley is just
Every game I don't think he's won a game without Tua.
I mean, he's
Yeah,
quarterback.
well, it's hard too when you have Skylar Thompson as your quarterback.
Skylar Thompson sucks. And
Didn't he have Teddy Bridgewater do for a little bit?
who?
I thought he had Teddy Bridgewater for a little bit too.
I don't remember him having Teddy. I
No,
feel like
I think he had him early, early in his tenure, but Tua was the guy at that point. So
I don't think so. I think he showed up. He
thought
showed
Teddy
up
was-
after Tua. He showed up after Tua was there.
Yeah, I thought Teddy was a backup or whatever.
yeah. He
Oh,
had,
you're talking about
I'm
did he
saying-
play a couple of games with Teddy? I
Yeah.
don't remember.
Tua should definitely consider wearing that Guardian helmet, bro.
Yeah, no, that does get me irritated because he's like, it's a personal choice why I won't wear it. What's the problem with wearing it?
Yeah, I don't get it. Like, why is it like I don't get why players aren't wearing it more.
Bro, I got a problem with seeing that man look like he going brain dead on the field, bro.
It's all fun and games till you really.
Hey,
It
But
doesn't.
the Guardian
Hey,
helmet is not
way down
helping that.
to be fair, Jeremiah
Gonna pass out either
Owusu,
way.
Koromoa was wearing a Guardian cap,
Mhm.
got trucked by Derrick Henry, and got injured. So did it really?
Guardian cap is not going to change.
We don't know
yeah,
if
it's
he
not going to be 100% for sure. But if I was,
It's not going to help at all. Let's be honest. It's not helping at all.
Bro, we can't say nothing's going to help Tua, bro. Like,
Wait,
we done watched this man be incapacitated in the middle of the field a few
wait,
times, bro.
okay, wait. We're beating a dead horse, guys. We don't have to talk about this every time we talk about the Dolphins. I'm tired of talking about this. He's playing. It is what it is. That's fine. Okay. My thing is, Tua's really worth the money that he got because at least when he's in the game, Devon Achane is actually a top 10 running back because
No, nobody's saying that the offense don't work with him, bro. I think we all agree. And Lonnie made a solid point that a few quarterbacks have been in a position the offense don't work. But we want to see him continue to work with the offense, not until
I don't
another
care.
2 or 3 weeks.
Hefe, don't interrupt me just to talk about him continuing to play in the offense because he's healthy, bro. It's whatever. Like the point is that it's his decision. You guys are gonna keep talking about his health. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
No, doesn't, bro. What you're saying is inconsistent as hell. You're saying his health doesn't matter, but it doesn't matter if he wears a Guardian cap. Bro, what are you saying?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the Guardian cap is not gonna help him. You think the Guardian cap is going to save him from getting a concussion?
No, but any extra protection he can have, it doesn't hurt to have.
God, bro. It's going to do the same stuff regardless. I don't see why everyone's making a massive deal about it.
You want to know why it's a massive deal? Because we saw the man seize up on the field. It's
but
massive.
That's not going to change with the Guardian cap. You guys
All
are
right,
Michael,
hold on,
chill. Just let it go. I don't know why you're getting so mad about
I
this.
got it.
It's
Because
just
he's saying because right now Michael's
making it a
capping.
personal moral argument about the man not wanting to wear a Guardian cap. It's stupid.
No, we just
Just
don't.
shut up about
Brandon,
that.
I got it. So
He better calm down talking like
so
that.
he needs
though.
to calm down.
I don't know who you talking to,
You
bro.
don't know what you're talking about because according to the NFL investigation, concussions have decreased by 50% since 2020.
Talk about it.
From wearing a Guardian cap. 50%. What else does it say? NFL
That's a big
executive
number.
vice president and player health. and safety.
Chill.
Players who wore Guardian caps experienced a 52% decrease in concussions compared to 3 off seasons. And it says that at certain points of impact, the amount of impact applied to the head is reduced by 40%. That seems like it matters to me.
Dude,
Seems like it's working.
You're pushing out a study that the NFL pushes out to make it seem like it's helping.
Michael.
You're
talking about
pushing out a
40%
study that the NFL is pushing out to make it seem like it's helping. I don't care about
So now you're
studies.
just speaking
It's
conspiracy
not-
theorists.
bro,
Now
it's
you're
not
being
making
conspiracy
You don't
theorists.
care about it.
What do you guys got? What do you have
It's
against the
getting
Guardian
heavy.
helmet? I don't get
I
it.
don't understand why you're so hostile about this.
You're just saying it's conspiracy. Are you Aaron Rodgers right now?
It's not.
Why are you so
changing
hostile
anything,
about
though.
this, bro?
Yeah, I don't get it. Why
Yeah,
are you so
what's the
upset about
hostility
this?
here?
Because it's
Like,
not
I'm giving you actual
changing.
stats, and
Because
you're
the
just
whole
saying,
argument.
made up. Shut the
Because
fuck up.
every time we talk about the
Chill.
Dolphins, we talk about the same thing.
Yeah, but at
We
the
talk
same
about
time,
the
you're
same
just
thing.
chatting
It's
right
all
now.
about Tua being healthy, bro.
Bro,
I'm
this is
proud of
Tua's
it.
first week back from being
If
hurt.
He's gonna play. He's gonna play.
This is Tua's
bro.
first week back from being hurt, bro.
Yeah, that has
I
nothing
know,
to do
but
with
we
you
talked
capping
about
about
the
Guardian
whole
caps.
time.
That has nothing to do with
Because
you
it's
capping about
big. It literally decides. Tua's health decides the Dolphins' season. That's
Exactly.
why we talk about it.
Just let the man play the game.
We
bro.
are letting him
Missed
play the
4
game.
No,
games.
you're not. You're
Hold
just
on.
talking
Michael,
about
Hold
his
on.
health every
Michael,
time he puts on the fucking field.
Michael, chill.
Michael, you sound dumb. He already
No,
missed 4
Lonnie,
games.
Lonnie, hold
Why are
on.
you talking about
Lonnie,
his health? Because maybe he just missed 4 games and just came back. Like the hell?
Lonnie. The only reason nobody's walking up to Tua and taking his helmet away. Nobody's doing that. But guess what?
Exactly. That's the point.
Michael, just please. I do not want to raise my voice, but we are saying we have seen the man, his fingers crossed or whatever. People are scared for Tua. They're scared that he's keep putting himself in this harm's way. So the fact that somebody asked him, hey, man, are you going to wear a Guardian cap? I don't know. So he gets himself a little extra protection to just so you can play the game so that you're the millions of dollars that are literally riding on this man to play football, not just for him, but for everybody else, that it works. I'm sorry that people are asking and showing a little bit concern about a guy that we've seen seize up on the field and legitimately scare everyone.
Bro,
When nobody's
y'all
taking the
really
helmet
don't care.
away,
Y'all
Michael.
don't care about y'all are not concerned. Let's be honest. Bro.
So you think I want to see?
Really concerned about whether Tua's hurt or not?
I am.
Why
Because
wouldn't
guess
you be?
what,
Of course you're
Michael?
concerned.
Michael, I can't believe we're
There's
doing
more to
this.
life
with
than
you.
football, bro. Hold on, there's more to life than
Bruh, he
football.
tripping, bro. Bruh is
No,
tripping.
bro, you
You're
guys
wild out right
are
now.
concerned either way, bro.
Bruh is tripping.
Saturday, he's still playing.
Bruh
the
is
game.
tripping.
Michael, you're tripping right now.
You're tripping, bro.
No,
You think?
I'm not tripping, bro.
Yeah,
Pause,
Michael.
Pause.
Bruh,
I
you
don't
tripping.
understand. I don't understand this
Pause.
dude,
Talking about
man.
somebody's
Pause.
brain.
Bruh, this is
You don't
Tua's
live in
first
there.
game back after he's been concussed this year.
Gentlemen, can I pause?
Christ.
Prodigy sent a $2 super chat. He said, tell the team to draft a better O-line. I agree.
We agree.
I agree
Yeah,
there.
that could help too.
Well,
for
we
sure.
agree, but that ain't happening. But that ain't happening anytime soon.
Mhm.
So right now, we're trying to do whatever they can. Because guess what? We don't. Sure, I don't know the man personally, but the man got a family. The man got kids. He got people who rely on him. So of course, we just want to show a little concern. How about a little bit of human decency, bro?
Life
That's all
outside of
that's all
football.
we're doing here.
Yep.
Damn.
We're talking about a device that reduces concussions by 50%. And you're saying it's not a big deal. Like what? Like, bro.
I think NFL will
I
eventually
don't.
mandate.
I don't
helmets.
think that.
When's the last? Someone answer me this, please, because I actually don't know. When's the last time a player got a concussion and missed 4 games? 4 games
I don't know.
Last time was probably 2.
I don't know.
We're keeping it a stack.
over a concussion.
Last time was probably 2.
1 game, yeah, I've seen it. 2 games. I've seen 2 games. 3 games.
Actually, our right tackle missed 3 or 4 games this year. Luka Decky.
4 games for a concussion. When's the last time that shit happened?
So why did Cormo get knocked out then?
And you know what? Our right tackle who came back after his concussion wore a Guardian cap, guys.
It's just extra protection. That's all it is. If it doesn't, I don't understand why. If there's something to help you protect you on the field that will not hamper your ability to play the game, why not use it?
I'm not saying that.
Prodigy with
I'm saying
another
that-
$2 super chat. He said he shouldn't have went on IR to begin with.
What you mean? Why?
He's saying
Yeah, I
he
don't
shouldn't
know.
be playing. That's probably what he means.
Hey man, other than the 2 Dolphins and Tua, which did look better with Tua playing the offense, the Cardinals played some good football. Kyler Murray was balling. Kyler Murray is one of the Kyler Murray is so impossible to tackle, bro. I feel bad for defenders. Like Bryce Young needs to watch Kyler Murray tape to see how he continuously avoids sacks.
But he's not athletic enough to do that.
I know, but just get that little shimmy, that little because Kyler Murray, it don't matter who you are, he just easily runs by you, and then he makes a play. And Marvin Harrison, good game from Marvin. A lot of really good catches, contested catches, and I do think that is the go-to for Marvin as of right now. Just put the ball in the air and let him make a play. He's definitely one of the better receivers, not only in his draft class, but in the NFL right now in terms of that. So good game, solid. And James Conner.
Tyreek asked for a trade.
Who?
Do you think Tyreek would ask for a trade if the Dolphins keep?
Nah, he already said that he's staying a Dolphin.
I mean, they
Yeah,
just
Plus, he's making a lot of money. Like
Right.
you're
No
not gonna get.
taxes, all the
That's
women,
true.
all the
Yeah.
baby mamas. You know,
So the extra stuff outside of football works out. You're in Miami. I hear that.
It's a beautiful place, man.
Nah, I hear you. Rich and famous in Miami. Nah, he living.
facts.
Maybe a little too much, man.
Maybe.
Definitely.
I mean, he already got his Super Bowl ring, so I guess he feels like he's completed his football goals for the most part, except for individual numbers now.
Facts. All right, let's move on to the next game. Next game, we got another contender for biggest upset of the week. We have Prodigy sending a $2 super chat. He said he could have missed the Seattle and New England game and came back. Fair.
3 games.
He thought he probably could have came back sooner. I guess is what he's saying. Fair.
Neurologist just clear him a few days ago, or the beginning of the
But
last
like you said, I've never seen someone take that long for a concussion.
Well, they're also going to be very careful with him because
Exactly. I think
last time I saw someone take that many games off was Percy Harvin, who retired because of concussions.
true. But okay, biggest upset, arguably biggest upset of the week. Browns beat the Ravens. Jameis Winston season.
Boo Winston.
Hey, I expected the Browns to be in a competitive game. I expected the Browns passing offense to look so much better without the worst quarterback in football, Deshaun Watson. And man, they played better than I expected. Man, they played better than expected. But what is our thoughts about Pastor?
My
Winston?
thoughts is Deshaun Watson really that bad, guys?
Yes.
Yeah,
Bro, hold on. I remember a Deshaun Watson with the Texans, fellas, and this dude was balling,
Oh my god.
balling, bro. This is
top 5
for
quarterback.
this reality to hit like this, bro, and to see that he's falling so lowly, bro. I just knew it was the system, weapons, whatever it could be. But to know the dude is falling off this far, bro, it's sad, bro. It's sad.
The fall off is weird because it's not really a major injury or anything. He had that situation, obviously, with all the accusations, had to sit out.
Yeah,
But
he's had
he came back.
He's had 2 ACL surgeries. He's had a shoulder surgery. He's had injuries in Cleveland. He's not. He's not even close to the same athlete he was. He doesn't have the same.
Yeah, he's for sure older.
He doesn't have the same. He doesn't have the same precision. He doesn't have the same poise.
But hold on, but the precision thing of decision making shouldn't be that affected. To me, obviously, as an athlete,
yes, they should.
That's fine. But the precision thing.
No, Jayden. Wait, hold on. If you go back and you watch Deshaun Watson play in the Texans, 60% of his ability came from him being able to scramble out of the pocket and maneuvering through the pocket whenever he need to. When he tears the ACL again in the NFL, then he tears his shoulder. That's making his off-script ability 0. And add on to the fact that his footwork isn't the same, his fundamentals aren't the same, and he's in a system where he has to be a field general quarterback like Joe Flacco, which he never was, but now he can't do. So that's why Deshaun Watson is not the same player. He's not the same. He's not the same at all in any way, shape, or form.
Sure, he's not the same player, but I actually think he was a really good pocket passer in Houston. I think you may be overstating his
It makes it easier to pass in the pocket when you can get out of the pocket whenever you want. When you have to stay in the pocket all day long and you have no ability to get outside and you don't have that comfortability in your head, knowing that that's an easy thing for you to do, it makes the game twice as hard.
I want to go look back at his Houston stuff because I remember it being a phenomenal in pocket.
It's not like he's Lamar out there. I'm not.
Yeah, he wasn't scrambling that crazy. He was just making good throws from in the pocket. His reads were good. The precision, like I said, accuracy was great. But those things, again, I don't think his injury should have really affected. So it's just weird to me how again, maybe a fall off is okay, but this fall off, going from a MVP caliber quarterback to this is pretty wild to me. And he's still in the prime of his career age wise.
Yeah, I heard somewhere that what's his name? I forget his name, but the Texans had to adopt a Clemson style offense in order to adapt to Deshaun Watson. And the fact that Deshaun Watson struggles so much in terms of reading the field and getting plays out on time, I don't know. It's hard for me to say there's any validity to that, but Deshaun to come fall off this much as a quarterback is very concerning because it's both mental, it's both how he diagnoses defenses. His athleticism isn't that far different. Like he's still athletic enough to break
That's what
the
I'm
pocket,
saying.
and he's missing throws. So it's like he just forgot how to be a quarterback. That's
Yeah.
what it's.
I don't think he's. I think his athleticism might be the same, but he's just not as comfortable doing all the things that he used to do, which leads me to believe that his straight edge speed might be the same, but I don't think that his footwork is as good. I don't think that his agility is as good. Like I just think there's things that just are leaving him slowly. And it's a surprise. It was a surprise the first time when he came back and he was still pretty athletic when he tore his ACL in his first year. And
Even
eventually,
if
that's
it
something
was
he
true that
catch
he
up
was
with.
using the Clemson playbook, though, bro, like, wouldn't you want to go back to that to see the success again?
But that's what I was bringing up. We literally had this conversation. I think it was last week on the show. How I don't think Kevin Stefanski is necessarily like the top 3 or top 4 head coach because he cannot adjust to having a quarterback like Deshaun Watson at all. Not saying that
I'm not
Deshaun
hearing
Watson
that,
is
bro.
good.
I'm not
No,
hearing
but
that.
he can't.
I'm not hearing that.
You have to be a specific quarterback to play in his system. Like
Jameis is successful. Joe Flacco is successful. I'm not hearing that. I'm not gonna lie.
Joe Flacco, you have to be a quarterback like Joe Flacco.
Jameis Winston was successful.
You have
What are
to
talking about?
you have to be able to read the field. You have to be able to stay in the pocket. You have to be able to manage.
You have to
the
be a
game.
quarterback. That's
No.
that's all you gotta do.
But Riddell, stop.
No, Michael, you make
no.
no
You're
sense.
misunderstanding what I'm saying. You're misunderstanding what I'm saying. My point is that when you're in Kyle Stefanski's system, you're not allowed to be as free as a quarterback. That is a fact. That's what is in every Kyle Shanahan offense. Every shot Kyle Shanahan distinction offense, except for like Sean McVay. Every single one of them requires you to let go of a lot of your freedom. And that's why I'm saying that there's a specific type of quarterback. And Deshaun Watson was not at the level in order to play well. But I'm saying like the stuff that he did best in Houston, they don't use in that offense. It's just it's run and play action 80% of the time.
Is
Like
James
Deshaun Watson, as much as like Jalen is saying that Deshaun Watson at the best like reads and stuff, like his rookie year exceptional, but like he wasn't like top 5 in like reading the field among quarterbacks. Even the year that he had whatever how many touchdowns, like a lot of his ability came from off script plays and being able to maneuver out the pocket when things didn't work out.
Deshaun's ass. I'm not gonna lie. I just don't agree with anything you're saying. Deshaun just sucks. But when it comes down to the current Browns team, Jameis Winston could revitalize it. I'm not gonna lie. Nick Chubb is back. David
That's
Njoku
such a
looking
ridiculous narrative, dude. How is it gonna? How is Jameis Winston revitalizing them after?
They just beat the Ravens. What?
It's one win. It's one win. They've looked.
He's only played
all
one
season.
game. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying. I don't think that this
Jameis balled out today, bro.
changes.
He absolutely balled out.
And his Browns team has talent, though. The defense is phenomenal. The Browns defense is phenomenal.
The Browns season. The Browns have
The
been
Browns
bad.
defense goes to show you how bad Deshaun Watson was, making them guys look abysmal.
That's what
I'm
I'm
the Browns defense is
not-
real
That's
good.
not the reason why they look bad. It's not because of
Yes,
Deshaun
it
Watson.
is. Deshaun was so terrible.
Deshaun Watson makes the defense play shitty.
Yes.
What do you mean?
Bro,
I'm on
what's
the field,
wrong
bro.
with him today,
Clearly,
bro?
field
So
positioning.
Michael, have you never seen how a quarterback can affect how our defense plays? If you're scoring too fast, or if you're bad, or if the defense is constantly going on the field, because you can't even move the ball down the field to get good field position.
No, y'all got it.
It's the truth, though. A lot of
What are
3
you
and outs
talking
against the
about?
defense.
Like the defense can't catch a break because
Facts.
Deshaun Watson gets 3 and outs nonstop.
Yep. Or you give the other team the ball
Like, the
every
time
time
of
at the
possession has
50-yard
been
line or
ass.
whatever.
The time of possession has been ass.
That's why quarterbacks are considered game managers.
He has to take long drives down the field.
Is Jameis Winston the Ryan Fitzpatrick of this generation?
Bro, I'm not saying. I'm saying that this
You know what I
That's
mean?
Joe
He just-
Flacco. I'm
only
not gonna lie.
because of
That's Joe
Deshaun
Flacco.
Watson.
Joe
The
Flacco,
defense
fair
is
enough.
all of a sudden playing better. I'm not buying that, bro. I'm not buying. But
Wait,
no
you don't
matter
think a
what you're
quarterback?
saying, I'm not
You are-
buying it. That's
you are
the only
tripping.
reason.
You
Yeah,
are
I think you're
tripping,
tripping,
man.
Michael. I think great
You
quarterbacks.
realize
have a
this
defense
team
better
went to
than
the playoffs last year with Joe Flacco, right?
I know, but that
What's
doesn't
the
excuse the
difference
fact that their
between this
defense
team
hasn't
and
played
last
well.
team?
I'm
No,
saying
Riddell's
that's not
making a great
excusing
point.
the
What's
fact
the
that
difference
defense
between
hasn't
last
played
team
well,
and
bro.
last
I don't know what you want me to say. Like, I'm not going to change that. Like, the defense has not played well, bro. Their run game has been freaking trash, and it was trash today. I'm not expecting Jameis Winston to lead this offense like Joe Flacco did last year. Sorry. After one game, no.
Nick
Hell
Chubb
no.
didn't play all year last
Yeah,
year.
Nick Chubb's just going to get better every week, though.
I'm not
Don't
talking about Nick Chubb. I'm talking about the run game the whole
It's
season.
the same
hasn't
run
been
game from
good.
last year.
Our run game's going to get
What are
better.
you
The
though.
run game the
talking
whole
about?
season has not been good. It hasn't
It's
been
the
good.
same run game as last year. You realize this, right?
It's not the same. The offensive line is not playing at the same level, Riddell. The
Because
offensive
Deshaun
line's been
sucks.
bad.
Yeah, but now Nick Chubb is back, who is a better running back than Jerome Ford and Kareem Hunt.
The offensive line is actually playing better since they moved Dwayne to left tackle.
I don't see how this changes. I don't see like
Nick,
Riddell's going to.
if you have a better running back, then you're running. It's like I'm speaking German to this nigga. I don't know how to explain this.
I'm not going to agree with you, Lonnie. Just
No.
because of one fucking game when they beat the Ravens, I'm not saying that this team's going to turn around their freaking season, bro.
Nobody.
Well, that's what it
They got
is.
a shot. Yeah, they got a shot to turn around, I think.
He's dying on a weird hill.
Yeah. The point is not to say they're turning, but this team is going to be way better with Jameis Winston. That's a fact.
And I think this season, in terms of parity, you
We'll
take away
see.
the Chiefs. A lot of like the 5 and 6 win teams. If you look at some of the even like 4 win teams, 3 win teams, the gap is not huge. And even with the Browns, they only win 2 games, but this Browns 2-win Browns team, they're a lot better than that record, and I think they're a lot closer to some of these 5, 6 win
I agree
teams.
with
Than
Rob.
the record
That's
indicates.
what I've been trying to explain. What Atir is saying right below that super chat. That's what I've been trying to say. Like, if the defense doesn't get a break because the offense sucks so bad. The offense is costing the defense.
Facts.
The defense gets gassed early because the offense can't stay on the field. So that means you're asking Miles to have more snaps. Denzel Ward have more snaps. They just like the defensive line it has to stay out there longer.
Mhm.
So
They put up like 28 points against the Giants and lost because their defense couldn't stop anybody. Like I'm just saying, like that doesn't excuse
did they
the fact that
score
the
on
defense
defense
isn't
that game?
playing.
Did they score on defense that game, Miles? And also they scored on special teams for sure because Myles Garrett blocked a kick.
Boom.
This wasn't just the offense walked on the field and put up 28. They literally blocked a kick.
I get that. But it's like the same thing with the Dallas game. They didn't play well the entire game. There's not a single point in that game when they played well until after the lead was already in hand. So it's like, okay, yeah, Deshaun Watson played ass that game, but the Browns also did not play well as a team.
But Michael, you've played football before, right?
No.
You've never played football. Okay, Michael.
No.
If you
I
have
understand what you guys are saying. I get that when you have a fucking offense that can move the ball, I understand that makes defense a lot easier. But I'm saying when you're getting outplayed from the jump, I'm not just going to say that, okay, this is strictly because the offense can't move the ball. When you're getting outplayed from the jump on defense. Like,
but bro, hold on. The only reason we're fighting against this, they were putting up. Deshaun Watson was hitting an offense that was at certain points was worse than the Panthers, and the Panthers are a trash team that have the talent that the Browns do. He was one of the worst quarterbacks on the field. It clearly affected the team. It clearly affected the team.
There's definitely games where that's happened, for sure.
You got it, man. Let's just go to the next game. We've talked about
I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying it's not all. Okay. The biggest thing is I'm not changing my aspirations on the Browns because of one game when they beat the Ravens.
Nobody
saw the Ravens beat the Ravens. If I'm not mistaken.
First things first, he was trying to set it up, trying to be like, hey, they might be a little better, but I'm sorry that they generated more offense today than the majority of their season. Of course, we're a little excited, especially because it's Jameis Winston being their quarterback. That's why we're excited. We're not saying that they're going to turn around and win 9 games.
This is the first game this season where the offense put up 20 points.
Nice.
The first game.
I don't care.
We're in week 7.
You don't care?
We're in week
Why
7.
would I care about that? They put up 20 points. Great.
They
For
before
the first time in a season. That's how bad Deshaun's been.
Let me
up
read this
until-
super chat real quick.
Mhm.
Prodigy did send another $2. Shout out Prodigy, MVP of the chat. He
Mhm.
said they have lost 4 one-score games. Facts.
You do know they've never scored, like Lonnie said, they've never scored 20 until today, and their defense is putting in work. But you're asking them if they lost the Giants 15-21. Deshaun couldn't get him one more touchdown. That's what they're paying him to do. They're paying him record quarterback money to do that. Against the Giants, he couldn't even get to 16.
Yeah,
The
he's
Raiders,
not
he
good.
got to 16. That bro, they're losing really close games where the defense is
He's
clearly
not
putting in
good.
work.
Yeah, he's not good.
All right, let's just move on, man.
Like-
All right, so yeah, the Browns won, but we didn't really talk about the Ravens yet.
No, Ravens sold. Ravens sold. Yeah, and also Kyle Hamilton for at least a week. You're not the best safety in football.
He was bowling. He was bowling
Dropped
all
the
game,
pick and then a touchdown.
But
gets
what makes
scored
me
on
mad
the
is that like when
other
him and Zay were going back and forth on the plane, that funny video last week. What did Zay Flowers and Lamar say to him? They're like, "Yo, you can't catch the ball. All you want to do is hit people." And then the game, he could have sealed the game. He could have sealed the game. He caught the ball, and then for some reason it popped out his hand, and he caught it again. And then he like took a step and popped out his hand. He caught it again for a third time, and then somehow he drops it. I've never seen someone catch a ball 3 times and then drop it. I've never seen that. I don't know how that was possible.
Kyle Hamilton does not have good hands, but he other than that, he was balling all
3
game.
times, Riddell. He got it 3 times and then
He doesn't
dropped it.
have good hands, man. He's
And then
not.
the very next play, Jameis Winston throws the game-winning touchdown. The very next play.
Xavier McKinney. He's not Xavier McKinney with the hands, man.
No, he's not, bro. Ugh.
But he balled all game. Like other than that, he balled all game.
He balled all game. But it's like, bro, how do you catch a ball 3 times? No one's touching you. You literally caught it and then re-caught it and then re-caught it and then you dropped it. Like, I don't. And he corralled it too. He corralled it. So I don't. What is happening?
I think the biggest mistake the Ravens did today was they stopped giving the ball to Derrick Henry. It's to me the way Derrick Henry's playing this year and even in this game, he looked good every time he got the ball. You just got to feed Derrick Henry. He's looked like arguably the best running back in the league this year. Running amazing, finding the holes, breaking tackles, doing it all. Just keep feeding him the ball, and they just kind of got away from that. So I think they got to get the ball to Derrick Henry a little more.
I'm 100% with you. The first 2 games where the Ravens were like 0-2, they just were like allergic to giving Derrick Henry the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And then the way they were using him, I didn't like. And then they started giving him the ball. He started dominating. And I'm like, yeah, Lamar was getting all the credit. I didn't want to say anything, but I think a lot of it is because Derrick Henry's setting the tempo. But in this game, they got a little uncomfortable. The Browns were making them all uncomfortable. And kind of got away from them. So shout out the Browns, man.
What's LaDainian's touchdown record for the season?
28.
God damn, 28. Derrick Henry's an absurd year. He's not even close. Was that 28 rushing?
No, I think it's all together.
It was all together. Okay.
I can double check, but I'm pretty sure it's 28.
Yeah, I want to say what's the rushing touchdown record? Because he got.
I think Son Alexander has some crazy amount of rushing touchdowns.
Like or reward Derrick Henry with touchdowns, where the Eagles just give it all to Jalen Hurts. We'll talk about it. But
oh no, it is 28 rushing touchdowns.
And that was a 16-game season, wasn't it?
Yes.
Damn.
It's crazy. Also, my thing is I was worried they wouldn't fit if they weren't going to adjust how they played. Lamar has been playing under. The only thing is I wanted them to adjust. That was my thing. They adjusted. And I was glad. Once they adjusted, they did what I expected. Derrick Henry was dominating, and Lamar was playing off of Derrick Henry. We're playing at a pistol, and Lamar was playing under center more. And also, Derrick Henry had some shotgun. Not a lot, but some shotgun snaps too.
And he caught a body. That's the most. He caught a body on the field.
Yeah,
caught a body.
shout out Jeremiah, bro.
Yo, I hope he's okay. I hope he's okay.
Yeah, you got his
But
stuff.
no, I'm sorry. That should put fear in defenders. Like, yo, this guy just 1-on-1 and got laid out. Like that, you know about the rest of this. Like, not every defender, but some defenders are gonna be like second guessing their like how they got
wow,
tackled.
he only had 11 carries.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. You got to get him at least 18 and 20.
Like
And
he had
was fine
11
with it.
carries for 75 yards.
What?
He
So
was-
7
Because-
yards.
That's good. That's good. Like he need.
Yeah,
similar to the
that's amazing. 7 yards to carry. You got to keep feeding him.
if they get out the habit, because in the Chiefs game when they played, they weren't using Derrick Henry. So the game plan really is get them out of
Scoring
They're-
early so
they're
that they have to
sneak-
pass more.
That's a better way to put it. Score early, make them uncomfortable, force them in first, second, and long situations. Because you let Derrick Henry eat, you're not stopping Lamar and Derrick Henry if Derrick Henry's eating. I'm not gonna lie, that's just not happening. Also, the narrative right now online is the receivers are selling Lamar Jackson. So how do we feel about that?
Well, I
I
just
mean-
think they went for it at the beginning of the game on 4th and goal. And I don't know. I mean, hindsight's 2020, but I probably would have just taken the field goal there. Yeah, I mean, at that point too, like the game had just started, so like you should have cashed in on the fact that the Browns, offense wasn't going to do much, which obviously didn't happen. But like the 3 points would have given you the tie there, so that you could have gone and tried to score and win the game. But I don't know. Other than that, it doesn't necessarily like shock me too much. I think they just got away from running the ball. I mean, this team is not going to be able to beat you throwing the ball down the middle, short to intermediate passing. Like they have likely Edwards and then what's his name?
Mark
Zay
Andrews
Flowers.
will be solid in the middle.
And they don't run any short intermediate stuff at all. So if they're going to do that, I mean, you got to run the ball.
No.
I
Any other thoughts?
I mean, I know the Ravens receiver, like I know Nelson Aguilar had a big drop, but I'm not gonna say they were selling them.
Yeah, Zay Flowers was cooking. He didn't really have
Zay
any
Flowers
speed.
was cooking.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd like to see one of the two times, but if you combine them together, both Andrews and Likely, you got basically 80 yards and a touchdown out of your tight end position. That's a good game. You need to at least be able to you targeted Rashad Bateman five times. You only had one catch. You want to be able to target them a little more, but I'm not gonna blame the receivers and say that he sold them.
Rashad sold a little bit today.
To be fair, Lamar also missed like a lot of key throws too in the game. But overall, shout out the Browns, man, exposing them Ravens.
All right, what's the next
Exposed
game?
is crazy.
Hey, that's tough. Also, that Ravens defense is not good without Mike McDonald. Commanders beat the Bears. I think we officially have the current rankings. Jaden Daniels is currently better than Caleb Williams. That is
Hold on. This was a defensive game, though. Both defenses were making it really tough on the quarterbacks.
Until that play at the end of the game.
Right? And
That
then
was a beautiful play, man.
Look, it was a lucky play at the end of the game. Did Jaden Daniels did he create time for his wide receivers to get on the field? Without a doubt, he did that. But again, it was very lucky. I think again the defenses won these games for both teams, and it came down to a kind of a miracle play at the end. It is what it is.
It's crazy. They deserve to lose because I think Lonnie said it. I saw the clip of the guy who actually batted the ball. He was talking.
Yeah, he swatted right to. He was celebrating over in the corner.
He was celebrating and talking mess to the Commanders fans mid-play.
Oh, that's crazy.
And then, of course, football karma is crazy.
Yeah, mid-play.
He's the guy that taps it, of course, because teams do that now. They always have a guy behind the pile just in case, They have a guy in front and a guy behind. And that's the way it worked out. But I'm like, you deserve that for talking mess like that. Like Santa was right. I'd at least make number 20, was it 29? I'd make him walk back to Baltimore for that.
Tyreek Stevenson. It was a defensive game, but Jaden Daniels clearly outplayed Caleb Williams. Like, it's not even a question. He clearly outplayed.
Yeah, I think just from a standpoint of the decision making.
Yes.
I mean, the ability to just sit in a pocket, like I think he's just a little bit more advanced with all that stuff. There's a couple throws that he was making within like 3 defenders. It's like completely accurate. Yeah, I think there's no doubt. Caleb had a nice drive at the end there, but overall, I think he's pretty much doing more with less, you could say as well. So
I want to say this about Jaden Daniels. His biggest talent right now, or his biggest attribute, is his dedication and his hard work. As talented as he is, the amount of work and amount of like attention to detail that he's been putting in has been S tier. Like, I think they said like he shows up every day at 4 a.m. He like after every drive, you see them wrapping up his bandages for maintenance, just to make sure he's as okay as he can be. He did extra rehab like every day. And like he's doing like by the time people are coming in, he's already done like hours of film and he already lifted weights before people even show up into the building. So this is the type of stuff that you see from like Patrick Mahomes, from Brady, stuff like that. Like the people that like are obsessed with the game and that just want to win. And you see that, and you see it on the field. And this is like the one game where he didn't have like 70% like percentage like throwing wise, but he still played great. Like that bomb to Scary Terry. He made, even while he was hurt, he still made some good runs. He juked that one guy for a first down. That was kind of crazy. And yeah, he has it written all over him because like you can tell that he's just obsessed with winning.
You know what I'm really happy for? Terry McLaurin. He's had some of the worst quarterback play to deal with in his career. And now he has a guy who just, like you said, cares about the team, coming in at 4 a.m., doing all that, and performing on the field. Yeah.
He has a lower drop rate than D-Hop?
Who?
Scary Terry. He has a lower drop rate than D-Hop since entering the league.
Oh, damn. See, I mean, yeah. I think everyone knew he was always super elite, but now the numbers are kind of going with it, playing with McDaniels. So always great to see.
Yeah, Scary Terry's a demon. Caleb did have a clutch drive at the end, but Jaden Daniels one upped his clutch drive with a Hail Mary. Oh my goodness.
Caleb Williams on the sideline. He started cussing. He's like, nah.
I would have been pissed. Like, if I'm Caleb, like, he's been outplaying me all game, but I'm gonna win it. I'm gonna have the last laugh. I won the war. But then the Hail Mary is like, oh fuck. Now I'm really like,
Caleb was pissed.
If it's close for Rookie of the Year, Jaden Daniels is now winning because of this game. So
I don't think it's been close this year. I think it's been like a clear Jaden's been number 1. I don't think there's been like a clear number 2 unless you want to say Joe Alt. But I don't think they're not going to give offensive lineman Rookie of the Year over a quarterback.
Well, I can't say anything because Caleb lost. Team Caleb is out in the mud right now. Also, DJ Moore might be cooked. That's tough because he got carried off the field.
Yeah, no, he was writhing in pain. That was bad.
Yeah, last 2 games, Caleb for some reason was like, Keenan Allen, you're my number 1 option. So, yeah, DJ Moore is cooked for my fantasy teams. All right, next game up.
Same.
The Eagles destroyed the Bengals. It was a close game most of the game. The score is a little bit misleading. The Eagles didn't pull away until the very end of the fourth quarter. But, yeah, the Eagles, man, doing what they got to do. Some people in the chat was like, apologize to Jalen Hurts. Fuck Jalen Hurts. He keeps on saying Saquon's touchdown, bro. It's actually annoying how many times Saquon runs.
That second touchdown was honestly, that was a 7-yard run. You cannot say that was a Saquon.
You could have ran it with Saquon.
That was a 7-yard QB run.
I don't care.
You know what? I think their red zone playbook is just filled with a lot of Jalen Hurts.
You can complain about tush pushes all you want, but I'm sorry. That 7-yard run is probably the longest run of his career the last 2 seasons. You got to give him something. Give him a 7-yard run.
No, because he keeps on
like the last 2 years, probably.
No, if I give leeway now, then
tush pushes okay. He earned that 7-yard run.
I can't, bro. But like, let's be honest, because sure, it was like a scramble pass play or something. But the amount of time Saquon runs the ball to like the 5-yard line
Yeah,
and
pretty crazy.
Jalen Hurts steals his touchdowns actively pisses me off. I'm like, bro, as a Saquon fan, Saquon could be like leading offensive player of the year, but Jalen Hurts takes all his touchdowns.
Yo, can we?
If
Can
I'm
we live in a
Saquon, I'm like,
world?
give me some
We
touches.
live in a
like-
world where Saquon has the most rushing yards in the league, but Jalen Hurts has more rushing touchdowns.
He just steals it. He doesn't even do anything. Tush push. Like Saquon could be doing the tush push.
Saquon got the most rushing yards in the league.
Well,
Oh my
after
God.
today's
Bruh,
session,
if
it's Derrick Henry
Saquon
right
did
now.
the tush push and lined up under center, that would be beautiful. My bad, I ain't mean to cut you off random. I just thought about that. That'd be crazy, bro.
No, I was just telling
Jalen.
Jalen. Derrick Henry technically leads all rushers in rushing yards right now.
Oh,
He's
Saquon's
a little bit under
33rd.
950.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, I think the difference the last two games has been that Nick Sirianni has just woken up in the second quarter and been like, "Oh wait, I have Saquon Barkley," and
Crazy, right? I have Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
Give him the ball.
because the first drive the first like two drives they were just kind of trying to pass too much, and then they got to the run and that's what really started it. And yeah, I mean like the Bengals, bro. I mean like honestly, is there any reason why their head coach should be their head coach next year? Any reason? Like he needs to go.
He might have to
They
go
just
half.
need to
this.
start over at this point. It's not enough. Like Joe Burrow's playing as
That
good as
defense is bad.
Like, and this is the thing, Jalen. I didn't understand what you were saying earlier because Joe Burrow is playing some of the best football of his career. And I'm not just talking about the stats. What he's doing on the field, he's carrying this team. But there's not enough on the defense side of the football. And
like almost
frankly, there's not an offensive line. And it's the same stuff that has been the problem with the Bengals the last 3 or 4 seasons that it is now. So I'm not putting any blame on Joe Burrow at all. Joe Burrow is a top 3 quarterback. He's shown you that he's a top 3 quarterback. It's all about context. I don't care if you're losing like that, if you're playing like Joe Burrow is. If you're selling games consistently, it's another story. But
statistically,
I mean, look, I think the Bengals for sure. Their defense is terrible. The offensive line needs work. But Joe Burrow hasn't played at his best, especially when you have Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. He hasn't played at his best. He's played good. I think he's played good.
He's been
But
playing
to
a
me,
league.
he hasn't
Jalen,
played.
like number 1 in like QBR, passing yards, touchdowns, passing yard attempts, like
Joe
air
Burrow's
traffic,
number 1 in QBR.
almost number 1 in everything. Like everything.
QBR.
He's like number 1 or number 2 in.
But I think it's all the times, especially on third downs. Though I think he's missed some throws this year. There's a couple drives I've seen from him.
It's his
Again,
whole
third down
line
spots,
selling
his
him. It's not
conversion
him.
just isn't there.
It's that
Again, I
whole-
don't think he's playing bad, but I just don't think he's playing at his best or playing at a level that.
I mean, statistically, he's
he
on
could
pace
be.
for his best season ever.
Yeah,
Statistically.
I think Joe Burrow's been cooking this year. Him and Jamar Chase has been going insane. So, but I will say that this defense has been one of the worst in football. Like one of like a bottom like 7 defense in football right now. And I'm gonna blame the freaking owner and the GM, bro. Like they don't like defense. They let Jesse Bates go. They let DJ Reader go. Heck, they're not even paying Trey Hendrickson. Trey Hendrickson hasn't got paid.
Did you see his face on the sideline? He looked defeated. He looked like I think it was like at the beginning of the third
We
quarter.
know
He looked done.
we know why they let all these people go. It's not just believing in defense. It's the owner is notoriously cheap to the point where remember they even had problems trying to pay Joe Burrow. Like just pay the dude. You got the one thing every team wants. You got a stud at quarterback, and they even waited on that too. Not like how Jerry waited.
I haven't paid Jamar yet.
Wait, how's
and
she busy though? Aren't they still close to the cap? Like I assume they're still spending. close
they'll
to the
find
cap.
a way, man. Because remember that even if they sign, this is 2 years before his contract runs out for Jamar.
They've been known for being cheap.
They're notoriously cheap. Like, and it wasn't that. If you don't believe me, go listen to AJ and Pac-Man Jones on Pat McAfee show. They just talk about how bad their experience was.
I don't think how hard it was to get a contract extension, or Carson Palmer, or like there's like a lot of big AJ Green, like they had
You know, I
trouble.
understand teams can be cheap. I would like drink more water
No, but
too.
like
How
they're like
could they be
known as like
cheap
one
in
of the
cap?
cheapest, if not
So,
the
like maybe the
cheapest.
facility and stuff. I hear you.
Yeah, and they're not really replacing talent that well either. Like their defensive line has not. They drafted Miles Murphy, and he's been garbage in the first round. I think last year. Now, to be fair, they drafted that one offensive lineman, Amarius Mims. He's just injured, so he's not really playing, unfortunately.
But he can't fix all their O line problems because they have problems throughout the whole line. There's only like one piece.
Which is
The
fair.
thing is, he's supposed to be a raw prospect. He's just like he's like 6'8", but like he needs to work a lot on his like technique and his footwork. So he's a project.
Yeah. Yeah, the Bengals are in I still think the Bengals can make the playoffs because they're like only like 2 games out of the playoff spot right now.
They have a shot, but like they would have to go on a run.
They
They have
can.
to start
I think the
winning.
Eagles are the most difficult team they play in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So they
No,
can.
they have a shot, but it's not looking good.
Hey man. Also, T. Higgins went out unexpectedly. I don't know.
He wasn't playing.
Jamar still was cooking, man. And the Eagles are starting to get together. The pass rush is starting to get together. Cooper DeJean has been playing very good since he's came in as the nickel corner. And Jalen Hurts, man, he's a deep throw merchant. Shout out. Deep throw, tush push merchant. Deep throw, tush push, Saquon carries merchant.
Well,
Hey, man. All right. Last game on the docket was the most recent game. 49ers beat the dog water out of the Cowboys. And I just want everybody to be aware. The Cowboys has paid Dak. The Cowboys paid CD. And both are underperforming right now. So
a few things. If you guys haven't seen it, I posted the video of Trayvon Diggs yelling at that reporter in the tunnel. He told him him saying these nuts at the end was funny. He's like, because the reporter's like, we could talk, because apparently the reporter made a tweet about Trayvon Diggs, and Diggs saw the tweet and then came out, yelled at him after the game. And then the reporter's like, you want to talk about it? And then he's like, you could talk about these nuts. I was just like,
That's
okay.
crazy.
Talk about these nuts is crazy.
But he said that like in front of like 50 other reporters. So I'm just like,
Yeah,
bro,
it's kind of wild. That is
he was
pretty
like
wild.
cussing him out too. Like he was just throwing F bombs and all types of. It was bad. No, but Cowboys have no help in receiver outside of CeeDee Lamb. Brock Purdy had as many rushing yards this game as Ezekiel Elliott. So that was, their run game is trash. That O-line, they can't protect Dak. Nick Bosa, I don't want to talk about what he did after the game, but
I just saw. I mean,
What did he do after the game?
he had a stupid hat on, but we won't get into it. Anyway.
It's not a big deal. It's just ignorant.
It's not a big deal. We all know who Nick Bosa is. We all know
These idiot white guys.
We all know his family's reputation. Anyway,
That's the. I don't
we'll
know.
just leave it at that. We know his family's reputation. But no, like Nick Bosa was eating that O-line alive. I feel bad for that rookie because that rookie was just his confidence was getting destroyed. And no, Dak made some bad throws too. Like I think that one pick was like in like triple coverage or something like that. I don't know. He didn't play well either. It's just Cowboys suck. Cowboys suck. They can't run the ball. They can't defend the run. Their O-line can't protect Dak, and Dak has no one to throw to besides CD. So
Yeah. I was with Michael when I said the Cowboys are not making the playoffs. So not too surprised there. But I will say this. Trayvon Diggs has been getting cooked too. Hey, we talk about Sauce Gardner getting cooked. So is Trayvon Diggs, man. And you know what's funny? The game before they played the Saints, Trayvon Diggs was like Chris Olave who and got torched by Rashichi. He was getting cooked left, right, and center. So hey, maybe when Deron Bland comes, It'll help out that secondary because they
Did he
have
go
been.
back already?
I don't know if he came back this game. Not sure.
Michael, is Bland back? I thought he came back like last week.
I don't know, honestly.
I'm not sure. They got to get Micah back and they got to get Deron Bland back. And Dak needs to stop playing like a terrorist.
Mm.
So I can care.
How was
I
it
like
Cowboys,
the
man?
guy.
All
bad.
Porter did was repost when he got cooked this game. And then he's like, what was Trevon Diggs doing on this play? And that's what he confronted him about. And now it's on World Star, it's on Shade Room, it's everywhere because he
So he was right though. So he was right to like Trayvon. Diggs
Yeah, it's
messed
the
up.
play he got cooked on for like that
Okay.
touchdown.
Yeah.
And he got into the reporter's face. Why
Yeah,
why
these
did
are a little
you
sensitive.
tweet that? You
Yeah,
got
they
cooked.
definitely sensitive. Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. All Pro corner.
I was gonna say, I mean, remember Trayvon, Sauce Gardner, Patrick Surtain, people are putting in the same conversations. I think Surtain this year has crazy, like hugely outplayed the other two. Like he's just been on a
he's
level with those.
clearly number one corner.
Yeah,
Sauce,
without a doubt.
Sauce is looking. I've never seen a corner went from like the amount of hype Sauce was getting, deserved too. His rookie year, he was an all pro. His second year, he was an all pro. Now he is getting cooked. I'm not gonna lie, it's not looking good.
Looking
It's
rough.
not. I don't even know what to say about that. Maybe is Sauce a scheme merchant?
Maybe.
No, I'm not gonna go that far. No. I think I still believe in Sauce, but he's just been having a rough patch. I don't know. I still think he's
Saints
like
go
top
through rough
five.
patches.
Grapevine says DJ Reed is better than him.
I'm not gonna go that far.
I don't know, man. It's tough. Lonnie, Christian Gonzalez or Sauce Gardner?
But there have been some games this year where Gonzalez was getting cooked too. To be fair,
They have. I know for
so
that.
I'm trying to be fair. I would still say Sauce right now, and at the end of the season, we might have a different conversation. But I think Sauce can bounce back. But he's been, I don't know.
Man, I hope he bounces back. That'll be like the ultimate fall off, bro.
Streaming too much because he's been hanging out with a lot of streamers doing that stuff. Maybe he's been streaming too much. Maybe his focus is elsewhere. Maybe he's just not locked in.
You know what? Let's
I
do
see him
it.
with like Aiden Ross and like Kai Cenat and stuff like that. Like he's like doing a lot of social stuff. So maybe he just needs to reel it back in and like focus.
Let's do this. Sauce Gardner. He reminded me of Nandi Asmoa is crazy. No, that's crazy.
That's kind of crazy.
All right, let's do this. This is the final thing we'll do, and then we'll start wrapping it up. Sauce Gardner, would you rather? Shout out, pick a side. Sauce Gardner has been getting cooked this season. So is he better than these corners that I'm about to name right now? First name up, let's get it out the way. Sauce Gardner or Patrick Surtain?
PS2.
Patrick Surtain without a doubt.
Mm-hmm.
PS2 clears. Reggie, I'm glad you said that. Sauce Gardner or Trent McDuffie?
Sauce.
I'm gonna still give that to Sauce. I'm gonna still give that to Sauce though.
Not
Why?
this year. I'm going Trent.
I'm not.
I'm not
mad.
doing like in terms of talent. I'm talking about like how they've been playing this year.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. Yeah, if you want to go Trent.
Y'all going Sauce off a reputation. Trent has been clearing Sauce.
Strictly on how they played this year. Now,
Oh,
how about this? Sauce or Jair?
Jair has been locking up.
Yeah.
Here.
I'm gonna go Jair. Yeah, go Jair with that one too.
Well, Jair this year, Jair.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Jair
We
has been
can just go with the majority on this one. I'll just go with the majority on this one.
Jair at his best, I think, is second to Surtain in the league. Like when he's on, he's only second to Surtain.
he's
All right,
been on
Sauce Gardner or Brian Branch.
So
safety.
Oh, yeah, Brian Branch is.
I swear to God, he plays nickel so much though.
But he's a safety.
He's still
He's
not.
a
He's still not
He's a safety. He's
corner.
a safety who can play.
Yeah, they're not asking him to 1v1
Yeah, he's not-
anybody.
Yeah, he's not lining up.
corner. He's not.
It's
like
not
a
the
corner.
same, Riddell. You're not
He's
lining
guarding
up.
the X.
Yeah, and also You're not asking Brian Branch to have the same responsibilities as you are asking Sauce.
Let me. I'll just listen to PFF. Let me see what they say. Hold on.
He's a hybrid, but he's not like an outside corner.
All right, I'll use a different name, but I'm gonna look this up anyway. All right, Sauce Gardner or Marlon Humphrey.
It's because Marlon has sold a few times this year.
But he also got the game sealing pick against Joe Burrow.
Yeah, give me Sauce.
He also dropped almost like a game winning pick like a few weeks ago.
So who we got? Sauce or Marlon Humphrey?
I'm gonna go Sauce.
Sauce. Give me the Sauce.
Okay. Sauce Gardner or Jalen Johnson.
Oh,
Jalen Johnson been low key balling this year too.
I gotta watch more Jalen Johnson. I'm gonna say Sauce. I feel like I've been watching up Jalen Johnson.
Jalen's a dog.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna say too many other teams because I don't think Jalen. I haven't been paying attention. I don't know if Jalen Ramsey's playing necessarily better. I haven't really watched a lot of Dolphins the last.
Wait, did y'all who'd y'all say? Jalen Johnson or Sauce?
I would go with Sauce, but I will lie to I haven't
I'm
really
gonna go
seen enough
Sauce.
of Jalen Johnson for me to put him over.
Right now,
He's just having a rough patch. I'm assuming he'll bounce back because he's been great.
We'll see. I'm gonna go Jalen Johnson. And here's my last name. There we go. Sauce Gardner or Stephon Gilmore.
Sauce Gardner.
Yeah, this
Stephon
ain't
has been cooking. He has been elite.
How old is Stephon Gilmore now?
But look at the pass rush each of them benefit from. It's a big difference.
No, the Vikings send blitzers because they trust Stephon Gilmore so much to lock down number one receivers. Sauce don't travel like Stephon.
Or Brian Flores loves blitzing.
Exactly. He does. He's known for that
He
scheme.
was blitzing when we had good corners. He was blitzing when he had bad corners.
But this defense is so much better because they have elite corners. When they had bad corners, the defense wasn't as good.
You saw Khalif. Hey, you cooking sauce for him going up against people. Khalif Raymond had his way with Stephon Gilmore the last time you saw him. Had that boy sitting down on the route. Let's go ahead and sit down right here while I go catch this touchdown.
Hey, but the majority of the year, Stephon Gilmore has been locking up number ones, and he has been traveling.
Okay.
So who we got, Stephon or Sauce?
I'm going with Sauce.
I'll go Sauce.
with Sauce.
Sauce it is. That was a lot closer though.
No, it is, but
Sauce, yeah.
But still a problem that he's closer to Stephon Gilmore than PS2 right now.
Facts.
That's
But Riddell, you picked everyone over Sauce, haven't you?
Sauce has been getting cooked all year, bro. I'm telling you, it's not been good, bro. It's not been good. Sauce has been getting cooked.
What would you rank him as a corner this year?
This year, he might be this year.
You have him outside the top 10, don't you? You're nuts.
Lower end of the top 10. Probably.
It's like this 8, 9, 10 range.
But to be fair, last year PS2 had a down year.
He did.
Yeah.
If he falls out the top 10, then I'll be concerned. But until then, he's still that guy.
He did. PS2 did. But now he has a whole entire defensive scheme centered around how good he is. That's when you just know you're a dog, bro. Oh my goodness. Just a whole defense is elite because you're just him.
Fair.
Darrell Revis vibes.
All right.
Devon Witherspoon or Sauce Gardner?
Nah, now you're being disrespectful. Let's keep going.
Devon Witherspoon's man. He's
We started adding safeties and saying who's just been better secondary player. Now
he started dropping
that might have gone a little nasty.
because Xavier McKinney's better than Sauce.
Kyle Hamilton and
Antoine Winfield Jr. is better than Sauce. Brian Branch is better than Sauce. Jesse Bates is better than Sauce.
Elon, you getting cooked, bro.
It's tough. Another corner that's been getting cooked, I'm unfortunate to say, AJ Terrell's been kind of getting cooked. I'm not gonna lie.
No,
He He's been kind of getting cooked.
All his aura got taken.
All his aura when DK just held him with one arm like that.
Bro, that was the most disrespectful thing I've ever seen in my life, bro.
That's a fact, bro. I've never seen that much disrespect in my
Oh my
life.
god! It was like he was it's like he was a child, and he just held him with one arm.
That's crazy.
It just reminds me like that like bully like holding like that little kid's like head down while the kid's just like swinging at him. And he's just like holding him by the head. That's what it felt like.
And he wasn't even putting any effort. He was just holding and just walking. He was like chilling. AJ Terrell couldn't get free, bro. That's tough, bro. AJ Terrell's forever put on a shirt because of that. Oh, one more. I have to do one more. Sorry. Sauce Gardner or Derek Stingley?
That's a Lonnie question right there.
Derek,
Take it away, Lonnie.
Derek Stingley is carrying that secondary.
He is carrying that secondary.
If he's carrying a
For narrative
secondary,
purposes, I'm gonna say Derek Stingley.
Hey man.
No, I expect Sauce to bounce back and then play better than Stingley, but right now Stingley's been playing a little bit better. So
I wonder what PFF has Sauce's ranking. Let me look.
so Jaden was doing him dirty, and Addison.
Cornerback. PFF. Oh my! Guess who PFF has the number one ranked corner?
Who?
DJ Reed.
Really?
Yes. Shout out Andrew Phillips. He's up here too, playing good as a rookie. Let me look up Sauce. Oh my God. Sauce's rating is a 65. That is terrible. He's the 49th ranked corner in the PFF.
Yeah, what's
That's crazy.
And Trent McDuffie's?
Trent McDuffie is number
Man, Riddell Smasher did did Sauce smash your baby mom or something, Riddell?
no, just when someone is supposed to be really good and they play like shit, I call it out. That's it.
You said they have Trent McDuffie at 15 for PFF?
Trent McDuffie is 15, Pastor 10 is 14.
Oh.
Yeah. And the fact that Sauce is 49 and DJ Reed is number 1, it's kind of crazy. I don't lie. It's kind of crazy.
It's kind of crazy, but PFF stats can be weird too. So
Yeah, but
PFF definitely has some weird stats before.
they're not the end all be all. Let me look at the coverage rating. So this is how good you are in coverage. DJ Reed is still number 1. I think Sauce moved up a little bit. So, yeah, his run defense is really bad. Is on the PFF. Who's top 5 in coverage? Top 5 is DJ Reed's 1, Kenny Moore's 2, Marlon Humphrey's 3, Samuel Womack the third is 4.
what team is he on?
The Colts.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, the Colts secondary's been ass. So yeah, that's why I said PFF does not mean everything.
Hey, maybe I gotta watch the tape from Samuel. Maybe he's
For real.
in the
I
dog.
was like, who?
Zion McCollum from the Bucs is 5. Overall defense for corners: DJ Reed 1, Samuel 2, Zion 3, Andrew Phillips 4, and Marlon 5. So also you have to take
Zion who?
You said what?
Zion who?
Zion McCollum on your team. You got to take into account that they grade on how well that guy's performing, but they don't take into account what their role is on the team. So, like, Andrew Phillips is the 3rd corner on the Giants, so he's going to be playing against 3rd receivers. So, obviously, it's different from Deontay Banks playing against number 1. Someone is snoring. I bet that's random.
Yeah, it's time to wrap up the show.
Oh, it's not random? No, my bad, random. Crazy stray. You be falling asleep. It's time to wrap up.
Someone is snoring though.
Is that Michael?
It's Jalen.
I'm
no
not
way,
sure.
Jalen.
Me,
Jalen, do you have
Jalen.
that
Jalen,
silver
how do
girl
you
at your
fall
house
asleep?
again?
My bad, just be dozing off. Not gonna hold you.
He just fell asleep like nothing.
He,
Sorry.
he woke up so smooth though.
All right, let's wrap up. We've been going too long. This is a good 2-hour show. We talked about Sunday Night Football. Monday Night Football, we have Steelers and Giants. Usually I'm not here for Monday night, but I probably still won't be here. But I will be watching the game.
I'll be here, Adele.
Watch the Giants win. Malik Neighbors, man. You better.
No chance.
Malik Neighbors the truth though. He's the absolute truth.
Tyron Tracy, Malik Neighbors. We got a good duo there.
TJ, what, why, and when, baby.
Yeah. Time to go to bed. Appreciate y'all, of course. Y'all have a good one. Take care. Peace.